Hey, what's good? What's up, peoples? There's my peoples right there. What's up, Audrey? Hey, Audrey. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, friends. Hey, Limited. Let me make sure I don't forget nobody. Hey, Luther and Round, what's going on? Hey, friend. How you doing today? You looking all beautiful. What's going down with you?
Nothing, Audre.
Superstar. You got volume? We can't hear you. It's too loud. Okay. Share the live, everybody, please. We're gonna have women's wellness tonight. We gotta get the gang in here. We gotta get Miss Tiffany. We gotta get Miss Trivecca, Miss Beverly. We gotta get the gang in here. We gotta get Edwina. I gotta make sure I got everybody on deck. You can't? Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear you.
Yes. Can you hear me? I'll go out and come back in.
I need to hear you. You know, you part of the show. Oh, shit. We lost our co-host, y'all. Share the live, people. Please. This is going to be an amazing show. We had our 6-month anniversary with the Garden Gumbo. You know, we're just trying to, do our thing. Now, we're going to have a good time and you don't stop. Now, and you have a good time and you don't stop. Yes, sir. The music was too loud. All right, thank you, sis. Sis Aisha. We're just gonna, I'll be listening to that other-ish. That other. Let's let us see. Okay. If y'all liking the music, give me a thumbs up or something. Like, come on, just stop and breathe a minute. Take a minute. Breathe a minute. Ladies. Take a minute.
Can you hear me now, Merce?
Take a minute. Breathe a minute. All right, let me see. Let's see what you got going on. Uh-oh.
You need to breathe.
Oh, man, come on.
You need to breathe.
I'm sorry, Audrey.
Can you hear me now?
We better?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. That's not good. All right, come down, reset your phone, and we're going to try again. We're resilient on the Garden Gumbo. We ain't going to let no technical difficulties get to us. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like the music.
You gotta write it, read it, say it, be it, then do it like me. You see, I'm doing it. You gotta write it.
We got the poet Beverly Leonard coming to the stage. I'm tongue twisted. I apologize. We got all these beautiful co-hosts today. We got Trivecca from Upbeat Apothecary. We have the Grow Girl, aka Tiffany Chin. We have Edwina Townsend, the Chocolate Green Thumb, and Beverly Leonard, the poet. I think I got 4. And of course, Audre. You know what I'm saying? You know, can't have a show without Audre. The Tranquil Hooker. No, that was bad. Tranquil Hooks Tea. Tranquil Hooks Tea. Ladies and gentlemen. And I am a friend. I'm your favorite farmer's favorite farmer. My name is Merciful, better known as Mercy Merce. And I am the DJ slash gardener slash beekeeper. That's why I'm wearing yellow today, because of the bees slash, you know, I do so many things, but I can't do it without you all. So I appreciate all 12 of y'all for showing up right now. Hey, Distracted Gardener. Hello there. Thank you for getting us together. Hey, Edwina. Can't wait to see you. Thank you, Beverly Leonard, for sharing the live. Yes, Lord. There's Tiffany. You're going to go out back and back in, I guess. Okay, limited edition. Hey, fam. Y'all can hear me? Come on, because we having some technical difficulties. I don't even know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we just want to celebrate. This is a whole mocktail. This is cranberry and orange juice. All right, Audre, come on. Hey, not yet, Edwina. Not yet, Edwina.
Mars, can you hear me this time?
Yes, I got both of y'all. I guess we got to start off with it. I wasn't ready for Edwina yet. I was checking in with Audre first.
Mars, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
It's a little. You might want to turn your volume up a little bit.
It is.
It's up. Man, how we gonna do this? Man, TikTok.
Is it better now?
We need y'all to get y'all stuff together, man. Every time we come on this thing here, we got some issues.
Is it better now?
Hey, listen. While we got your attention, we would love to tell all you beautiful ladies on Women's Month, we appreciate you. If nobody told you y'all was appreciated today, I want to be the very first person to tell you, I appreciate you, ladies. It's Women's History. Excuse me. It's Women's Wellness Check-in. It's Women's History Month. We had the fellas on last week. We did pretty good. And we want to hear from the sisters. All the aunties, the cousins, the daughters, the mamas.
Mars, is that any better?
All the babies. Is that any better?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. It's better. Thank you. Praise God. I was saying a little prayer in my head. So yeah, we better.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, y'all can hear us, right? Thumbs up if you can hear us. Okay. Wow, that was weird.
Well,
All right.
Tonight is all about you ladies. We're doing a sister check-in. We need to see how y'all doing. How y'all navigating.
How y'all bending these curves? I ain't gonna say bending. I'm gonna just say curving.
I hope y'all curving all the crap. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of lean back on that. Don't do it. Don't feed into it.
We got nothing but positivity here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for
You might
sharing
as
that.
well.
Hey Reba. Hey Teely. Hey, that's my little friend right there. Hey y'all. Hey Tamara. Easy peasy. What's going down?
I'm gonna try it without the headphones, Merce.
I'm gonna try without the headphones. All right, come on.
Let's see.
This is beyond our control. All right. We just want y'all to know.
All right. So how's that?
That's perfect though.
Okay.
Run it.
Woo.
So look, we already got Edwina. Edwina popped up, so let's go. She in the queue. She already here. So might as well just start with A. we're gonna bring everyone in one by one. Maybe we'll bring Beverly in next. Bees. So however you want to run it.
Well, we can start with Miss Edwina so she can do her introduction. We'll get in, and then we'll line the ladies up,
All
and
the
we'll go
way,
ahead and do the introduction.
all the
Oh,
way
look
from
at here.
Humble, Texas. Okay.
Hey, Chocolate Green
I
Thumb.
ain't gonna play with her today. She from Houston, Texas,
Okay.
by way of Humble.
Hey y'all,
Right.
how y'all doing?
We doing good, and you?
I'm doing all right. I'm
It's
doing all right for Monday.
You
that
glowing
part.
over there.
Hey,
What's
I'm
your
just.
secret?
What's
We're
my
gonna do this.
secret?
Yeah.
I don't really have one. A little insect flew in my eye just a few minutes ago, so this left eye of mine was red. I was like, oh man, come on.
Not today.
Not today. I don't have time for that. Yeah. So today's been a good day. The first day back from spring break. And
Hmm.
so you know how that goes. Getting back
Yeah.
into the groove of work and
Getting
everything.
back into the group. You and the kids.
Yes.
How was
Yes.
that?
You and the kids.
They was missing you.
Well, yeah, it's always a good thing, seeing the kids again.
Seriously?
But it's a transition for both of us. Everybody's not in the mood for each other
Right.
initially, so it's
It's
on.
okay.
They don't want to do that homework. That's all right.
So we got a full panel tonight almost.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this night.
Yes.
I've been excited pretty much since last week, but last week was phenomenal, and I was
Yes.
like, oh my God, when we talked about doing this for the women, I was just like, okay, I'm down.
Hmm.
But I mean, I was just full, and I
Yes.
went to work the next day, and I was just kind of, I don't know. It was just like new perspective and just it's just like a light, and
Hmm.
it just kind of restored the beauty in humanity. So I was happy.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's important that we touch base with one another. It's important that you learn that you cannot be an island.
that's right.
You
We need
know.
each other. We
Right.
need each other.
Right. Years ago, I asked myself, while I help coach other people, I was like, Audrey, are you coachable?
Mm.
Are you coachable? And I
Mm-hmm.
found that I was not really that coachable.
Mm-hmm.
I was good at being a coach, but I was not good at being coached.
Yeah.
And so I had to peel that apart to see why that was. And my conclusion was I did not put the people around me in my mix to know whether I needed to be coached or not. I kept it all here, which was not good. And the moment I opened up and started having dialogue, they were there to help,
Right.
and it helped me get out my way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we talk a lot about, being flexible. That's a part of it too. And
Hmm.
it's a big thing that we deal with our ego. We deal with our ego a lot and we
Hmm.
don't even realize it. And so it's like me and my best friend, we were having a chat and it's like, she was basically telling me that she didn't have time. She'll make time to put everybody's needs first.
Hmm.
But then when it comes to her, she doesn't, put her needs first. And I asked her the question, I'm like, why is that?
Hmm.
Why? And she was like, I don't know why. I said, well, you have to find out that the
That
answer to
why.
that why.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because then if I'm on the outside looking in, is it that you don't feel like you're worthy of that you give to others?
Hmm.
Do you think that you're going to be being selfish? What is it? And then she kind of just got quiet. And I'm like, the answer, you don't have to reveal to me. The
Hmm.
answer is
But you
something that
better
you
know
have
it.
to. you have to figure out within you, and then you have to be ready to make the change. So you don't have to make big steps,
Mm-hmm.
but you can set boundaries, like, okay, I'm going to take an hour for me
Mm-hmm.
on this day, this day, this day, until you can get to the point where you
Yes.
take care of yourself and you take care of the other people that you care for. And I think we all fall into that, if we're
Mm-hmm.
caretakers, if we're mothers, if we're spouses, we all, fall into that gambit. But
Mm-hmm.
it's very important for us to understand that, what you do for others, you got to do for yourself too. You can't
Right.
pour from an empty cup. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
You'll burn out. And then when you burn out, like wild stuff start happening, and you might not even recognize yourself. You lose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just so important for one to really hone in on the why of, why am I neglecting myself?
Mm-hmm. But I have some homework for us as ladies. At the end of it, it's kind of gonna encompass that statement, and then we'll all ask our questions of each other. The question, you choose your question, get that in your mind, and that'll be your question towards the panel, and then we'll kind of freestyle with questions after that. But um, self-preservation is the first law of the jungle,
Yes.
and you cannot. When I did motivational speaking with young people, I would tell myself, so you telling me you don't have enough sense, or you can't, between you and a zebra or a lion or a German shepherd, they know they have to take care of themselves.
Yes.
But we have the choice and option to do it or not do it. So we have to, you have to work that. So you have to work at that ability to put you first, to actually take care and cover yourself. And then, like you said, the ego is. I was asking Merce. I said I think sometimes we are our own, not just opponent, but our own worst opponent.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
The negative talk, the
Yes.
flashbacks. It's quite a few layers, to it.
Mm-hmm.
But women have to start taking care of themselves.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about after a bad thing, you want to go and get dressed and you just gonna have this all out free day and this girl's vacation. No, you need to get to know you today
That's
on a
right.
regular.
Right. Because
Not
that's
just the
otherwise that's a
outfits and the
bad
trips.
days.
Yes. On the
Mm-hmm.
bad days, you need to know where you can go and how you're gonna, but these are the questions we'll ask tonight once the panel comes up.
All right.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad you said that. You know what I mean? We're going to get the next contestant. Come on down.
Come on
Dun,
down.
dun, 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 dun. We're going to bring up Sister Beverly and Beverly Leonard, poetess,
Right.
friend to the room. She's a
Yes.
delight and a wonder to us all. She's out of Texas as well. She's out of Dallas, Texas.
All right now.
I've known this sister for 25 years. I love her deeply. All right, we're gonna bring our sister on, Sister Beverly Leonard. Where are you, Queen?
Yes.
Hello.
Good
Hi.
evening.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm just sitting here, just relaxed and excited. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. And it's like I'm at a party with
Yes, you
friends.
are. Garden Gumbo Party. Right.
That's right.
Happy
Hello,
Monday.
hello.
Yes.
Happy Women's Month.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, it's good to be recognized
Yes, it
every
is.
day.
Yes,
Really.
it is. You
Yeah.
recognizing you.
Well, you know what? I feel so appreciated. Thank you so much. And you. And
Yeah.
you, and you, and you, and us,
Right.
Hey,
and
thank you.
us. Yeah, so I'm excited to share some poems whenever y'all get ready for them. Let me know.
All right.
Okay.
Sitting right
Oh,
here.
so yeah. We're gonna keep you as a clip. You know what I mean? You like you,
Okay,
you like you like the thing in the chamber. She got some heat for
okay,
y'all tonight. So
okay. That's
so we
right.
so we're
Praise
gonna
the
check in
Lord.
with you. And all right, so
Okay,
we're gonna bring up Miss Tiffany. Where's she at?
okay.
Everybody. Oh, upbeat jumped up before Tiffany. I don't know what to do.
Hey,
I don't want to
Derek.
snub nobody. So if upbeat is in the queue, so we're gonna snatch her right quick. I'm sorry, Tiffany. Don't kill me. You know what I mean? It's upbeat. If she, oh, there go Tiffany. She hit the accept. Come
Oh,
All
on.
right, all right. We popping now. We popping. Ladies in the house.
it's
What's up,
trying
like
to find
Atlanta?
my light.
Hotline in the
What's
building.
going on? Hey there. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank God.
I'm making it work. I'm making it work. Lovelies. I see y'all in the box looking like the Brady Bunch. And
That's right. That's right.
You shining right now. What's going down?
what's going on? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So some of you all do not know, my name is Tiffany. AKA the Grow Girl.
Broker.
But that is my name. So you can call me Tiffany too.
I didn't get a chance to enter. I didn't what do you call it, announce you. So yeah, you did it yourself. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I feel like I'm losing my job. Go
You said it.
It's ladies' night, Merch. You gonna lose anyway.
Man, I ain't in that fight. My dog tied up. Okay. I know better.
So y'all, what you want me to?
Tell us
No,
something
we
good. Tell us something good on your 29 years on this planet.
29 years. Woo! Oh, yeah, I'll take that.
Forever 29.
Just
forever 29.
I'm finding myself in the very young age that I am now. I don't mind saying it, 51. I these have been in terms of strength and power and knowing thyself fully and loving myself fully have been the best years within this decade. Like this right here is like I don't I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
No is a complete sentence. I don't have time for that. And I'm not repeating myself. And I find so much strength in that. Whereas before, when I was younger, I was always, thinking about, well, what if they don't like this? What if they don't like that? I love myself enough to say that I'm good, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and I respect myself. So I just think there's so much strength when you've had life's experiences and you go through all of this metamorphosis, evolution of self, and you can just walk calmly through anything, through anything.
Right.
So, and there's
Yeah.
so much peace in that.
It is.
A
Yeah,
lot of peace.
it is.
So
A lot of it.
that's all I
And
have.
you guard it. You guard it now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
right.
guard it.
That's right.
It's like your pocketbook. You guard it.
Like karate chop. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
No karate chopping.
I'm
Hands to
just kidding.
yourself. Hands to yourself.
I'm just kidding.
We know you got skills, but we don't want no smoke.
So, it was all jokes. It was all
I
jokes.
say, and they saying Ashe and amen on that, what you just said. You know what I mean? Look. Let's bring up the other sister Trebecca. Then we're gonna stir the pot. Okay?
Ooh, stir the pot. Stir the pot. Add
Hey,
some more seasoning to it. Right. A little more seasoning
Add some
to
adobo. Come
it. Come on now.
on, Trebecca. How you doing, sis? This is Sister Abit Apothecary
I like
from
to put the
Nashville,
table this
Tennessee.
high.
Trebecca.
How is everybody doing? Can y'all hear me good?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Now we can.
Okay, good. Let me see if I know. Okay. Is everything good now? Yes.
Everything's
Yes.
going. Tell us
Okay.
something good. Tell us something about you, your company, what you do. Just a little background.
Okay, so a little background is well about the company is well it's not a company. I don't know. I shortchanged myself a lot, so there's that. Um, so the business is like medicinal teas and tinctures. And so I am getting ready to branch off into some other products. I don't want to say anything yet. But I have some more products that's in the wheelhouse that's getting ready to come out probably in the next 2 months. But I love all things earth. Um, I don't know. I feel like I should have been born. I should have been an adult, a young adult in the '70s because I feel like I'm just like that hippie earth child that is fighting 2024 because my spirit is just not, I don't know, it's not settled with how everything is going right now. Um, but just I love, I'm a mother nature fanatic. I'm spiritually rooted. I'm not a religious person, so I'm more spiritual. Um, I love to help people. I don't like to see anyone hurt, not feeling good. It it does something to me when I see someone that I can help and they're not open to that alternate aspect of healing. Um, I have ask me something. What I can go on.
So,
We
what
all
made you want
tapped
to
it.
be a guest tonight?
Because um I feel like right now today, when we don't, women are struggling trying to balance.
Hmm.
We are very career oriented, and we have career, we have husband, we have kids, and where does that leave you?
Hmm.
You know, you're kind of like, an afterthought. Um, and I was the same way. And so I can speak from experience that you can do yourself harm, putting everything before you. And
Hmm.
so, and it took a hard hit. You have it in the back of your head, and you hear your grandmama telling you, you hear your daddy telling you, but it took a real hard hit for me to really say, okay, what they are saying is true. If I don't have myself together and my health together, then I can't help nobody.
Hmm.
So that's where I'm coming from. I want us to, we have to. I don't want to say be selfish, but in a way you have to be,
Hmm.
and it's okay. It's a lot of women that don't, they feel like they can just be spread, you know, 10 ways, and no, you got.
Do you think that that's more conditioning for women than it is just them assuming those positions? I think, and my point, I'm asking, do you ladies think that that's more conditioning, or what women have seen and that they repeat for generations?
Yes. I think it is learned. I think it is learned.
It is. And I feel bad because it's like certain things I pass on to my daughter, to be independent, to take care of yourself, don't depend on anybody, you work hard, all of this other stuff. But when she entered into a relationship with with the man that she's married to now, it was very hard for her to relinquish some of that control that she had over herself and let him be a man and take on the load that the man is supposed to take on. Um, I've been married 6 years, and when I tell you I struggle today, I ain't even finna lie. I do. I struggle today because that's just it's what I saw. I saw us getting up, working, taking care of our man, cooking, taking care of the kids, and and your health is failing. You don't you ignore all of your issues.
Mhm.
Um, and I'll tell you this, about 3 years ago, I lost my aunt, and she had breast cancer. Her husband, my uncle, her husband was really, really sick. He was in and out of the hospitals all the time. He was on, he couldn't get up and he wasn't mobile at all. But she didn't tell anybody. She told no one. She told no one that she had breast cancer and it had advanced to the stage that it had advanced to. The only way we found out is she died. And the when they did the autopsies and all that stuff, she had breast cancer.
That's why this sister check-in is very, very important. Um, and I said earlier about me asking myself if I was coachable while I was coaching other people, you know, because you still have to be able to build a community of women around you that you can actually speak to, have truthful conversation with, and that can just show up at your door when you don't sound right on the phone,
Right.
you know. And that's another thing, another learned behavior too, is keeping your business to yourself.
Yep.
um
Yep.
you know, not talking about your business and your
Yep.
business, but you don't have any business when you're right, when they're writing your obituary.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay, when
No.
they're writing your obituary, they're laying you flat.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Everybody,
gonna tell all the kids, the baby daddies. They're gonna tell, you know, how many times you was married and what college you went to or didn't go to.
yeah.
So my thing, what for myself and for women, is we need to learn to build our main character.
Mm-hmm.
Say
Yeah.
this is a sitcom or say this is a novel.
Mm-hmm.
We are the main character in this story. And if you wanted to have a better season, you're gonna have to learn to write some stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be your main character.
Right.
Because if you are depleted, what are we doing?
You
Right.
can't do anything when you're depleted.
No.
And it like that hard knock for me just showed me I'm good to no one.
No,
And
you're not.
especially I can't, I'm not even good to for myself if I can't, take my health and be
Take
in
you
control.
serious.
And like I said, be selfish. And thank God I have a husband that understands, because he just kind of like, steps back and just lets me go on my little wild tangent. But, I quit corporate back in April. There's no way in the world that I would have been able to take care of myself and pay the bills and all of that stuff if it wasn't for him being understanding and seeing that, okay, your health comes first. We'll redo how we do the finances, and if you need to stop working, just stop working.
Which leads us to the first question of the night. Ladies, how do you show up for you? Panel question for the room. Don't everybody jump to that at once. Who want to answer? Tiffany got a hand up. Come on, Tiffany. Let's see what you got. How do you
I
show up for you?
I'll just give a little background. I was raised by educators, and both of my parents, obviously they worked. I think what happens, we were talking about learned behavior. It becomes a tradition. This is what mom did, grandma did, auntie, nana, Medea, everybody did it, and they just worked and worked, and that's what you do, and stop crying and do what you got to do. And you cannot pour out of an empty vessel.
Okay.
So you have to, and I think the other problem is we befriend the same types of people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Our support system has the same mentality. So what we have to start doing is unlearning some things. If it's not working for you, if you notice that your health is depleting, your skin's not looking good, your hair is falling out, your body will tell you exactly what it is, okay? What it TI is. And how I showed up for myself, first of all, I didn't learn that. So I came from an environment where it was like, you're gonna learn how to do this, you're gonna learn how to do that, you're gonna learn how to make your money, and then you need to take a seat. You need to go have several seats. You take some rest. So exercise has always been a part of my life. I'm a former Division I athlete, so that's always been a part. Nutrition has always been a part. So this simple ideology of making better choices around your lifestyle, if it's just one step, is showing up for yourself. As mothers, we have to cook. Some of us have to cook 2 meals.
Oh yeah.
One for them, and then our meal prep, right?
Yeah.
Then we got to find, after we've, taken care of the kids, they got soccer, whatever they're doing, and we're taking care of the husband, and we're taking care of the house and working a job. Then we got to figure out, okay, how can I get a 15-minute HIIT workout in? How can I, go walk with, let me get some of my friends to go walk with. We'll maybe do it once a week, and then turn it up. Nobody's asking you to run a marathon. If you've never ran a half a lap, start with that. That's how you show up for yourself, in increments, giving yourself grace. Love yourself enough to say, I think I can do this. And then you do that, and then you build on it. And I'll land the plane on that.
Yeah,
She yielded her time. Anyone else?
I can agree with Tiffany on that.
I'll yield my time.
I can agree with Tiffany on that. I'll say this. I show up for myself by giving myself time. By knowing that I need rest. So many years I was just on the go, go, go. Running for this person, running for that person, whether it be my son, whether it be for my mom, just in constant run. And one thing I can say is that before my mother passed away, she would always say, baby, sit down and just get you some rest, and I would always say, I don't have time to rest, and I was just so, worked up, but I didn't know that I was operating from an empty vessel. And I was steady just trying to give, but she was giving me the warning of, I know that you're overwhelmed. You need to rest. It's okay. And sometimes we have people who love us that are telling us, it's okay. You can fall back. It's okay. You can chill. But we know that if we do fall back, then this could happen. We get anxious with it, right?
Yeah, you feel like
So
it's gonna fall apart if you're not holding it down.
we want to be the superhero, but the kryptonite has got us, and so we don't listen to those who care for us until we spin and burn. And then when we're in that status, it's like, it takes us longer to heal. So just listening to people who do have your best interests at heart, we have a good discernment at this point in our life. And if we don't, then that's what we pray for. We pray to be able to discern people in our lives that mean us well or that don't mean us well. And then we walk into that, because I know that when we get into the hustle and bustle and, get busy and, we're doing what we need to do, we often don't want to release or relinquish the control that we established that keeps us moving in a good direction. But we have people on our left and on our right to support us. We have to give them or yield to them
Opportunity.
the opportunity to do that. And that sometimes is the hardest thing, because what we don't recognize or what we don't really make up in our mind is either you don't trust them or you don't trust you.
Yeah.
And
That
so
that was a big
it,
one there.
that's a big thing, right? And so it's like, okay, well, do I not trust them? Have they given me a reason not to trust them? And sometimes it's not them that you don't trust you. And if you don't trust you, then you have to get to the point where it's like, well, how am I moving a little strange? You know, because we are flawed people, but we don't
Yeah.
always see the flaws in ourselves. We see the flaws in others.
It's
So we have to
easier.
start
It's
examining
easier
the
that
flaws
way.
within ourselves. And so that's my little piece, and I'm gonna yield the floor.
So deflecting.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm not a female, but I will say this. My mama told me a wise person learns from his own mistakes. A genius learns from the mistakes of others. So you got to get all of that in there. You know what I mean? I really appreciate this whole conversation right here. And I'm gonna pass it to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Who else want to answer these questions, or do y'all want to pivot to another question? If this one is too
We
tight,
let everybody answer.
come on, Trevecca or Beverly.
You keep calling me Trevecca. Call me Tree.
Tree.
Is it Tree?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad,
Most of my
Miss
friends
Tree.
call me Tree, and so
You
and I
listening
consider
to the
you a
Tree?
friend.
All
So
right,
come.
and we matching today, so I'm gonna call you Tree. Come on, Tree.
I
Tree.
show up for myself by going back and what I had to do was step back and think about what are the things that make me happy. What are the things that I can relax from? What do I do to self-reflect? I'm an introvert. I require quiet time with no one else around. No one. I can be by myself and be totally happy because I feel like I'm my best company.
I know that's right.
um, and so that was hard for being married to, especially with my husband. My husband, he's like this. He wants to be like and call me all the time. And so he's had to understand that, no, it's not, she's not pushing me away. This is just who she is.
Mhm.
Like, I just like being by myself. I have a room that I just go to, and that's my space. That is my space, and he understands that now. He understands that I like to just, you know, I'm gonna say this, and I know every now and then I like a cigar and a nice, bourbon, and I'll go to a cigar bar sometime by myself.
Mhm.
And it'll be during the daytime while he's at work, so he won't, have to, be like, well, I wanted to do this, but this is what so you have to finagle sometimes when you're married, how
Mhm.
you still situate stuff and still, put yourself, I'm not gonna say first, but give yourself some time,
Mhm.
be by
Spend some
yourself,
time with yourself.
spend some time with yourself. And I like to get massages. I like there's this thing that I found out through my bonus mom called float therapy. I love it. I love it. Took my husband, he didn't like it. So I'm like, okay,
Flow
that's you.
therapy. Flow therapy.
Float there. It's
I
like,
love it. I love it.
you.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. And so my husband, he's like, well, I'll just sit out here. And he will sit in the parking lot
Oh, that's sweet.
and just
Yeah.
wait on me to get done with my session. And then we'll go spend hours Saturday doing whatever. Because he knows that after that, I'm gonna be relaxed and and I'm just gonna go with the flow. Just, because the flow therapy is the best. Y'all gotta try it if you haven't.
Yes, yes.
It's.
What is
Can you
it?
give us
You
some
can find it
details?
on Groupon.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it people in the chat are asking what is it and how does it work?
Okay. So it is like you go. It's almost like you go to a spa.
But.
But
Mhm.
when you go into your room, you shower off
Mhm.
first,
Mhm.
and then you have this huge tub that you get in, and the tub is filled with magnesium salt.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's filled with so much salt that when you get in it, your body floats.
Yes.
And so what you do, this is what I did because I had a hard time relaxing the first time. So what I did was I concentrated on each individual part of my body, starting with my feet, relaxed, and going all the way up until you get to your head and your shoulders, and you just float and you just let go. You close your eyes and I fall asleep now.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, Tiffany was knocked out. Tiffany fell asleep. Okay,
Yeah, you can. You
they
can.
had to
Clearly.
come. They
You
had
can
to
put
come get me.
You can put
Girl,
your
yes,
own
they come
music.
and
You
knock
can
on the
set your
door.
colors.
Yes.
Colors. You can set the colors and everything like that. But when I
Yes.
get in the pool in the summertime, that's the first thing I do is float. So I'm a
Yes.
floater. Okay.
I
Anything go
love it.
wrong, I go overboard. I'm gonna float. That's just that's
That's
just
it.
a defense mechanism. But it is so relaxing. And I
Yes.
don't know how they do it in different cities, but after you get out, then you can go in an area and it's like an oxygen bar. You can get some little
Yes.
oxygen
Yeah.
or what have you. But it's really nice. I love it. I like the different colors and stuff like that. And
And the
it's an
music and all
hour.
of that.
Yep, 1 hour.
Yeah.
I like the salt room too. I really like the
Yeah.
salt room in the wintertime.
Yeah. That's great for your sinuses.
For
Yeah.
your sinuses, yep.
Yeah. So,
So the
it's
float.
he's had to understand, that this is what she likes. I'm not gonna take offense to it. This is just who she is. He knows that, I'm gonna be outside with my plants, or in my garage with my. And he doesn't bother me. He doesn't bother me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I learned something. I learned something today. Float, float, float on.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what? I also the last couple of times I took advantage of it because I was like, oh, you know what? I can get some lymphatic stuff going on. So I have
Yes.
this little brush that I take with me, and
Okay.
like when after I get through showering, I brush my skin real good,
Oh,
and then
okay.
I get in the magnesium so it can just really get in there. It's It's just it's a
You
whole
know
thing
what?
for me.
Can I call it
Oh,
too?
that's it right there. Bow.
Can I
I
call
try
it
to
too?
catch it
You
with the
know,
hat on top of your head.
you made a
That
really
was
good
fly.
point when you said this was key for me, and I'm a processor, so I was stuck back there when you said it, and I've caught up with you. But you said he understands.
Hmm.
That's big.
He understands, right?
Yeah.
So in your relationship, there is a partnership understanding of what is important with the other person.
Hmm.
And that is healing in and of itself. So understanding and supporting the other person
The individual.
choosing themselves for this moment. I
Mm-hmm.
can be a better person. I've talked about this before, independent, interdependent, and
Mm-hmm.
dependent. I can be a better person when you allow me to take a step back and heal thyself.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to get more out of me if you respect that space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
said that, I mean, but we don't talk about it though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't discuss these things, and we don't nurture these things and work on partnership in these things, because that's very important when it comes to, hey, if I'm going to be in whatever relationship it is,
Hmm.
Right.
the communication has to be effective from the jump. This is what I need in order to be get a full manifestation of Tiffany
Hmm.
in a way that is productive and effective for this relationship. And I'm gonna leave that. I'm not trying to go off on a tangent, but when you said that, that triggered something that I
So men,
think
those are gold nuggets. We dropping some gold nuggets. Y'all pay
people people
attention.
people need to hear that. And so when you don't have support
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
all me pouring out, me doing this and me doing that, and then when that person, I hate to say it, hits rock bottom, now your glue, your number one that does everything, is no longer available. They are incapacitated, and now you got to pick up the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We should never be in that position.
That's right.
No.
That's right. That's
That and
right.
that's the problem too, because we wear it well.
Mm-hmm.
We wear it well, but it's actually wearing on the
Us.
individual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's Jules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because you wear it well don't mean it's not wearing on you.
And
And
when you
then
say
that moment,
when
huh?
you say wearing, Tranquil,
Mm-hmm.
I told my husband before I finally, because I struggled with whether I was going to quit corporate or not. I struggled with it for the longest. And I remember telling him, um, one day he came in and I was just standing in the kitchen and I was just like looking in the refrigerator and I don't even know what I was looking for. And I was like in a daze. And when he came in, he was like, "What's wrong?" And I just busted out in tears.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was just, I'm tired, yada, yada, yada. But I remember telling him, I just want to take the cape off. I have been wearing this cape,
Mm-hmm.
since I was 19 or 20 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm tired, and I just want to take this cape off.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
he was like, "Well, do what you got to do."
And it all comes right back around where Tib says, I'm better because I have taken this time. I'm
Mhm.
better that because I'm acknowledging that I need this time. But when we don't and we're warned, it could be a piece of chicken. It
Yeah.
could be your soda that's on the table. And he'd be
Mhm.
like, why would you go off on me like that about that? You'd be like, at that point, the dog ain't barking right. Ain't nothing gonna be right. It's like because you don't have any more capacity, but you don't know that until you get to that point because you haven't put that group of people around you. Say, sister, you're moving a little funny today, or
Mhm.
sister, when was the last time you did this? Like when I hang up with my friends, I say I love you and please take care of my friend.
Mhm.
Please take care of my friend.
That's.
Because I need you to take care of you. I know you're gonna do all that other stuff,
Mhm.
but I need to know that you're gonna look after you too.
Hmm.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
how I show up for myself is kind of like a little warrior. You know what I mean? I have conversations with myself. I have
Yeah.
small pep talks. I have major pep talks.
Mhm.
Um, I just like you. I like me. I like being by myself. I enjoy my own company.
Hmm.
And I now at this age, I know what I need that day. It could be a
Hmm.
day that I'm supposed to be 35 places, but I'll say, hey, today is just not the day. I don't want to play with humans.
There you go.
I just want to play in the dirt.
That's
Yep.
it.
So now I give myself grace. I give myself
Mhm.
tons of grace. And I'm
Yes.
very honest with myself. Today is not the day to be out in general population. Maybe I'll just go to my favorite restaurant, get my food, and go by the water.
Mhm.
It's just the honesty and stopping myself from saying, but what about this and this? I come right back like we did that before. We're not doing that. That ain't this season.
That's it.
You ain't in that season no more. And that's another key point is sometimes we carry on the previous season
Mhm.
that we once were in as though it is today.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not the divorcee. I'm not the mother raising young children anymore.
Mhm.
I have adult children.
Yes.
So I shouldn't have to move the same.
Mhm.
That right there. That
You
right there.
know.
That is it right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Stop carrying one
Right
season's
there is the
behavior
secret.
over to another season's you're using tactics from the previous season in your
That's right.
life.
Yeah.
You're not in that season no more. And that's
Right.
how I give myself grace.
Mhm.
I check myself and say, that ain't who you are now.
Yep.
Come on over this way, mama. Come on.
Hmm.
I don't want to hear any of that right now.
Hmm.
And I also pep talk myself and when things happen, again, give myself a lot of grace. I'm like, I check stats. I think about the Pistons. I think about all these sports teams and stuff who have jerseys up on the wall and everything. I got a jersey too in my mind
Mm,
Hmm.
on the wall.
grief.
I need to check my stats. I done
You will
came
do
out of the
too.
corner a couple times and hit a three.
Bar.
You know what I mean? When they counted me out the game.
Yeah.
Hello.
And so at this point I tell myself, why get shook at this point?
Mhm. That's right.
You gonna choke on a gnat you done ate a whale? No, we're not. We're not getting shook at this point. We in too deep to get shook. It's disrespectful to everything that you survived.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Yes.
very disrespectful. And this is how I show up for me. These are pep talks I give me. I be like,
Mhm.
hey, get it like Mercy, look together on look day.
This
Get yourself together
this my
all the day.
On
my
the day,
my,
get it
All the
together.
now.
my Michigan sister. You know, you say don't allow yourself to go back to that chapter, but also check some of these other people that try to take you back there. How about that?
That
That
clearly,
Hey, grow girl.
clearly.
okay.
But
Talk
You
access
know,
should be
that's
there. You
denied.
said a
where
mouthful right
that's
there.
where all of those phrases like go have several seats,
See,
you know,
yep.
all of that. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Because
got another
people
question
people
for
would
y'all.
try to people
I
would
got
try
another
to hold
question.
on, Merch, 1 second. People would try to take you back to what you've
That
been
part.
healed
Okay.
from.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's our responsibility
Yes.
to and like I said, that self check in that moment to say, oh, it is 2024, boo boo. Now you might have got me like that in 99. But it's
You got to draw the
2024.
line in the
All right.
sand.
I'm
You
a
have
new
to
I'm
draw
a
the
You
new
line in
know,
the sand
person.
so they'll know.
people and the
Don't
people
cross
that
it. Don't do it.
no,
Look,
the
I'm
people
not.
that hurt you can't heal you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Cause
There
that's
you
on a
go.
whole
You know
nother,
what? I tell people all the
criteria.
time, the best way to come for me is not at all.
Well,
Don't do it.
yeah, just stop. But
Don't
we
do it.
cannot feed into it because those are distractions to keep
Yes,
you from furthering your path.
True.
that's
That,
You
Yep.
know what I mean? And it's okay. I told Merch earlier, I said I went to a function and some people that I hadn't seen in years saw
mm-hmm.
me. And they were like, oh, well, I thought this and I thought that and I thought this. I said, okay. Well, tell us more. I said, I don't have nothing to give, baby. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have nothing to give. I'm
There you
having
go.
a beautiful day. It was nice to see you. Now
That's it.
I'm gonna move along. Okay? You
That's
in
all.
Gen Pop. You in Gen Pop. You in the general population of my life. You in Gen Pop. You have no access to me. Okay?
Yep.
And I have no qualms about it at this point.
That's
You
it.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
And
and
you have to put people there.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's not angry. It's
Right.
not.
No.
It's not an angry spirit. It's indignant because you know who you are. You know. You know. And for someone to come in and try to define you by that, you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box, so you
What
don't
you said. You don't know the
know.
cost of my oil.
You
Come on
don't
now.
know the cost of the oil in my alabaster. You don't know what it took for me to get here. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know chapter 1 through 13.
Yep.
You shall know them by their fruit.
That's
So
it.
Mm-hmm.
for me, that you look at somebody, and if I'm just meeting them, I'm just meeting Tree, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what, and I'm looking at everything that she has. She's successful, she's powerful, she's beautiful, she's, has wonderful relationships. You shall know them by their fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hate on that,
No.
right?
Mm-hmm.
No. We are going to emulate, we're going to edify.
That's
Uh,
it.
and it takes a lot for somebody, what they have to go through to
Yes.
get to the point where they are. So you have to show up for yourself in situations when people are
Yep.
trying to define
Yep.
you. No,
Mm-hmm.
But that's it though. In that moment, that's how I show up from I protect me. I put me first.
Yes.
And like Cat Williams is one of my favorite comedians. He says self-esteem comes with its own instructions.
bitter and jealous.
And better jealous. But self-esteem comes with its own instructions. It's called self-esteem.
That's
That
right.
means you're allowing somebody to take something that belongs to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't think of myself as something sacred and special and
That's it.
beautiful and priceless,
Yeah,
I
Mm-hmm.
cannot expect the next person to believe
That
that
is
I.
it.
that's right.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And it's not about being stuck up or funny acting. Self-preservation is the first law of the jungle. And I got more sense than any of them. Come on now. I got more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But God gave you the ability the option to use it or not use it. He didn't give the animal the option to use it or not use it. But as humans, you have the choice.
Right.
Free will.
Free will.
Miss Leonard, we have not let you talk, and I am so sorry.
She just
How
said
do you show up for yourself?
alabaster.
Right. Come on, Beverly.
We done got in here. I'm so sorry to our guest. Oh, she left.
She's here now.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
How
she's
do you
muted.
show up for
She's
you?
muted. She's muted.
Oh, she just got to unmute. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I just unmuted you. I thought I did.
It looks like it's still
No.
muted. There she goes.
There she go.
We ready, Miss Beverly?
Okay, I'm just sitting back, relaxing, and listening to every. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Uh, Now the question is, how do
You show
I
up for
show up
you.
for myself?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
Somehow my the voice is triplets. Something is wrong with the phone or something.
Share the live, everybody. Uh,
Okay.
we can hear you. We can hear you good though.
Okay. Okay. So the question is, how do I show up for myself?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do I show up? How do I show?
What do you do right for you? Like, what do
I
you?
understand the question, but
Okay.
I'm hearing an echo. I'm hearing an echo.
Hmm. Are you like behind a wall? Like if it's a wall behind you, sometimes the acoustic will bounce and reverb.
Okay. Oh, that might be it. Let me move around then.
Just trying to troubleshoot here on the Garden Gumbo. I am
Okay.
a troubleshooter.
So what about this? What about this location?
Sound perfect. We can hear you,
Okay.
Bev.
Okay. Well, what do I do to show up? I I have to guard. I guard my mind, heart, soul, spirit from negativity. I'm an elderly. I'm blessed. 68. My mother would say, "Oh, you're a child. You're a child." But no, I'm not a child anymore, Mom. But anyway, this thing, I still hear an echo, but I'm going to keep talking. Am I making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't hear
Okay.
it though, so
Must
you're
be the
good on
devil.
our
Don't want
end.
me to
We don't
get
hear the
these
echo.
coins out here.
It must be, it's probably close to you, but we don't hear echo at all.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep on talking instead of listening to the echo. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm retired. God bless me with the gift of poetry, and I I'm thankful for the time that He gives me to think, write, share. This time right here to share with you guys, and to be a part of this wonderful celebration, Women's History Month. So, whenever you get ready for my poetry, let me know. I'm ready.
If you would like to do a poem right now, you know what I mean? Because Beverly be in the spirit.
Sure,
She's a poet,
sure.
and that's how she speaks. Everybody express differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm a poet myself, so I love hearing the sister. And if that's what she want to express, maybe she want to tell us what she feel from a poetry point of view. I'm an artist, and I'm here for it. Let's go. Whatever you want to share. You said you had something
Okay.
about the alabaster box. That's right on time.
Oh, you know what? When she said that, that made me think of that. Yeah, but I didn't pull it up. It's on my printer. I just thought about it.
What do you
But
want
I'm
to
gonna
share?
have to find it, and maybe
What do
next
you?
time I'll be able to share it.
Whatever you want to share with us, sis.
Okay, this one is called For Ourselves.
Okay.
For ourselves. As wives, mothers, daughters, sisters, aunts, good neighbors, friends, and kin, we do so many things for others. For our husbands, our children, our grandchildren, our parents, our siblings, our kinfolk, and our friends. Even strangers that we happen to meet on the street, we try to inspire them and lift them to their feet. But we must learn to take time out and do for ourselves, or we will be unable to do anything for anyone else if we fail to take time out to care for ourselves. So let us take time out for ourselves and continue to grow spiritually strong. And the word of the Lord will strengthen us to endure and help us to hold on. For God's word is an anchor unto our feet and a light to lead the way. And with the Lord on our side, we shall cling to our faith and keep hope alive. So let us take time out for ourselves and enjoy each and every day for ourselves.
Hey, Sister
Thank
Beverly.
For
you.
ourselves.
Sister Beverly.
Thank y'all.
Listen,
Thank
you are amazing, sister. I just gotta say this. You know what I'm saying? One thing I love. What's my man? He said in the song, "It's nothing. It's nothing more inspiring than a heavy praying woman." I'm gonna just say this.
you. Ooh,
This
wee.
is
Praise the
this is
Lord.
Women's Night, and it's
Praise
y'all day.
the
You know what I
Lord.
mean? I'm just gonna say this. You know, us men, we say we have a term. We say, "Yo, steel sharpen steel," right? Clearly, women sharpen women, right?
Mhm,
You know, I feel that only God could sharpen both.
mhm,
Yeah,
You
iron
know what I'm saying?
sharpens iron, you know?
Steel sharpen steel, iron sharpen iron.
And we're all irons on here.
Facts. You know, so it's like, you know, we could all talk to each other because we're humans, but a woman could bend another woman's ear
mhm.
in the tone in which she could speak. Just like us men, we got that bravado thing going on and we bump heads and that's how we communicate. But I'm just sitting back and enjoying. I'm a fly on the wall. I just, you know, this Audrey show right now is all about.
This is
I'm just
our show. These are all alumni, and this is the women's night to just check in on each other. Connect some dots, affirm each other. That's what it is. I love good energy. Um, and it's priceless. It's
Mhm.
priceless. I'll guard it just for that reason, because it's not something you get all the time. Okay. Um,
facts.
it's not something you get all the time.
That is an
This
amen.
So
is the
each
Garden Gumbo
um
community, baby. You better know it.
I had a so each lady has a question that they want to ask of the panel. So we can start with Edwina, Chocolate Green Thumb. And what is your question for the ladies?
You gotta unmute yourself, sis.
Mute.
Unmute, not
There she
on video.
go.
I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna put you in
Don't.
timeout, teacher.
You've been
You know you
Mike,
belong in
stop.
timeout. Let me stop.
You've been waiting to do that. You've been waiting to say
He
that.
been waiting for that.
Right.
Don't be spiteful. Don't act like that. That's not nice.
That's so nice.
Um, I guess my question to the ladies on the panel, I think I tried to write something down. Um, and that is, um, we talked about, operating from an empty cup, right? And
Mhm.
so the question would be, how do you fill your cup when you get depleted? So we do
Mhm.
get to a burnout mode. We do, sometimes spill our cup and we lose all of what we have. So how do you fill your cup? How do you fill your cup once
Great
it's,
question.
you know,
Great question.
depleted?
I'll start. I'll answer. So I am an omnivore. So I'm gregarious, and I'm also I like to spend time by myself, right? So for me, um, I take a step away. I do what is called consecration.
Mm.
So I go through consecration. That may be fasting. That may be just taking time away by myself. I'm at a point in my life where I can afford to do that. Not everybody can do that, but it's subjective. So your consecration may be something different. But I have to, for my own belief, I get with the Lord and really hone in on what He wants for me, because we do get distracted. We do start hearing things and allowing people to speak stuff on us, and we got to learn how to wash that off, and get that off of us. And if it penetrates, to get delivered from it, so
Right.
we can get back to the foundation of who that person is that you want to be. So for me, I become an introvert, um, and I go through that the mode of concentration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good.
Man.
That's good.
Anybody else? Or would you finish? I'm sorry.
No, I yield my time.
Point of order. Point of order.
Listen. You know what? I'm telling you the truth.
Point of
I'm running
order.
for Congress. I'm running. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what I love about this platform? It's like you hanging out with your buddies on the phone. That's
Yes.
exactly what it is. It's like FaceTime, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
sometimes we all can be a little bit windy, including myself. So I bought us a timer. Okay. So
Well,
so
have you had to use it
right.
today? No.
We had to use it, nobody, because actually it's a flow. This is an amazing flow. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm just sitting back enjoying it just like you are. But I mean, you got to have some kind of questions. I'm on my Shannon Sharp right here. I got a bunch of questions, just throwing some stuff out. But if you guys want to ask questions to each other, that's also cool for me too. So I'm like, hey, we ain't got to work so hard.
Edwina, what? Repeat the question again.
So the question is, how do you fill your cup? So when you're deplenished from your cup, operating from a cup of lack,
Mhm.
how do you fill it back up so that you are whole and able to do the things that you need to do effectively?
Um, I court myself.
Hmm.
Yep, I court myself.
Come on, girl.
So I buy special pajamas. I buy everything that I like.
Yes.
I make sure the house is like I like it.
Yes.
Yes.
I go get my car washed. I go to I just court myself.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
go get the book I want. I go to the restaurant I can't afford to go to
All right now.
alone,
Yes.
looking fabulous, and I make sure that I make sure I valet.
All
And
right.
and
All right.
and Mercy's like, what are you doing this weekend, Audrey? I said, I'm frolicking.
Frolic,
And
I'm
yeah,
frolicking. It's
frolic.
where
nothing like a good frolic.
yeah, I frolic.
Alex.
So my frolic is I find something that I like. I
Yes.
don't invite anybody else, and it doesn't have to be something that I've done before. It be something I don't know anything about, and I go on that adventure. I
Can't
go
win
on
a
that
lot.
adventure.
Yeah, I love adventures. I love a good adventure.
So I mean, I really have fun, and I've learned. That's how I started hiking. That's how I started going on charter boat trips. Just random things. So I court me.
That's it.
Come on.
I
That's
I
love
it.
write
it.
myself love letters.
Yes.
Mm.
Woo, that's good.
Yep, I write myself love
All
letters. I talk to me.
Do
right.
you
I
do
like
you plant them in the house for yourself to find them too?
No,
Oh, okay. That's only
Mm,
me. Oh, my bad. I'm just.
no, no.
I
I
might have
write a
one
love
up
letter
under my
talking.
own pillow. Like, you
No,
looking gorgeous today. Ooh, you looking wealthy right now. You looking like a government check,
it. Oh my
boy.
girlfriend.
and I have two accountability sisters here in Detroit, and they know when I call them, I said, do not use my name, use my manifestation.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't call me by my name. Call me by my manifestation, whatever
All
I'm trying
right.
to manifest.
All right.
And so when I answer the phone, like my one girlfriend, I've been knowing her since second grade. I'm like, hey, she's like, what's up, big money? I'm like, say that again, girl. What you said? What's up, who? She was like, what's up, cash flow? You know, what's up, big business?
I know that's right. All
You
right.
know,
There
don't
you
call me
go.
by my name. Call me by my manifestation. Just speak it over me. You know,
That's it. That's
yeah.
it.
Don't
That's
learn
What's
to
it.
up,
have
Fly
fun. I'm learning to
Society?
have
What's
fun.
up, Fly Society? Let's go.
Yeah, flat society. That's
I
right.
you be dropping bombs. I gotta piggyback on the I call it accountability partners,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your accountability partners. So these people are not impressed with
I
you.
need some earphones
Exactly.
because them
They are not
raggedy
impressed
ones
with you.
Nope.
They're
just broke, and
they're
I
happy
can't
for
hear
you.
what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
They support
Go ask your
you.
mom if she has some earphones I
They're
can
gonna be
use.
there for you. But
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, that fluff and stuff,
Yep.
they're not impressed with that.
Nope.
That
They're
is
about
it.
you being successful. So sometimes they're gonna tell you that you stink.
Yep.
Oh
They're
yeah.
Yep.
gonna be honest with you.
Yep.
My
And,
Yes.
friends, my best friends, 35 years, 25 years,
mm-hmm.
they'll tell you, look, I love you, boo, but that
What's
ain't
up?
working.
That ain't
Mm-hmm.
working. Yep.
Yep.
They sure will.
Right? You need to
Yep.
fix that.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
You're
But
not
my
tired yet? You know,
my
like
tag
that.
my,
Yeah.
my
It's
I'm gonna
good
tagline.
say
to
this.
have these accountability partners around you that are not going to tell you what
Right.
you want to hear all the
Right.
time.
Patronizing you.
Right.
I gotta say this. And this is bars too. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
richest person don't have his first dollar. The richest person has his very first friend. You know what I mean? Because they went through all of the motions with you.
Hey, Wonder
And
Whips. Mm-hmm.
oh, I just want to say this too. I lost my very best friend about 8 years ago, and his birthday was yesterday. So it's just like it was yesterday. But
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying. Your accountability partners, plural.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your mama and them. You know what I mean? They don't
Mm-hmm.
care. They saw you boogers in your eyes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So that's very important to have real people around you. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Mm-hmm.
these. No, I don't really even do new friends for real. No, 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 no.
Well, you can't say that.
Y'all knew. Y'all knew.
Uh-huh.
I was just
Y'all
gonna
knew.
say, check
Y'all
yourself
knew.
where you wreck yourself, bro.
Yeah, because we was gonna
So
start looking at you
look. But
strange.
Sideways.
I met all of y'all like in the heart though, in the spirit though. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you
That's
trying to
like
clean that up.
people in the
Clean it up.
Trash.
Yes, thank you. We
Trying to
appreciate
clean that up.
yeah.
Sip on
I'm
your
gonna let
tea.
y'all have it. You
Yeah,
know
sip
what
on
I'm
your
saying?
tea.
I'm gonna yield my time. Okay, I'm gonna do the
because
typical yield
you're
my
about to be out of
time.
order.
Yeah, point of order.
Mm-mm.
Right. I should have had point
Point
of
of
order
order.
right there.
Point of
Point of
order.
order.
What you say? You
I
just gonna let that
let me
tumbleweed roll on
answer the
by?
question also.
I'm gonna stay
B, what
planning.
is
I ain't a
yours?
tumbleweed. I'm gonna let that roll.
B, what
I'll
is
answer
your
the question about the cup. I learned the hard way not to let mine get depleted.
mm,
So, after all that I dealt with, it's important for me to keep something in my cup for myself at all times.
at all
Mhm.
times? Mm-hmm.
And when it gets low, I'll dial back. But I never, and never will I ever again let my cup get depleted.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Never.
life experience
Prevention. That's right, health and
takes
wellness.
life experiences because when you're
Right.
20, and maybe there are some 21-year-olds that are there. I don't want to, speak out of turn on that, but
Mm-hmm.
it takes time to get there.
Yeah.
It takes a couple, where like I'm with you. Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
we not, she not doing that today. That's why I said no is a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm.
People talk about yes being anointed. Your no is anointed
Mm.
too.
It
Yes,
sure
it is.
is.
What did the old people used to say? Let your yes be your yes and your
And
no
your
be your
no be
no.
your no.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to stand on that. You got to stand on that with everything. And I agree with you. You have to operate from a point where you know that I cannot let this cup run out. I cannot let
That's
this
right.
pitcher run out
Mm-hmm.
because there is nobody like you.
Nope.
There's nobody like you, and there is no one who can take care of you better than you.
That's
That's
nobody.
Damn.
nobody. And we do learn it from experience. And, being burnt out, overwhelmed, depleted, you are not able to optimize your best self.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be the best mother when
Yeah.
I'm running on fumes. I can't. And
Mm-hmm.
then you wonder why, 1 year, 2 years later, your kid running amok because you was running on fumes.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't be the best. And it's not per se your fault because you're
No.
trying to survive, but then there's a lack that falls, by the wayside. And then there's is further hurting a situation that didn't need to be hurt. Whereas you could have just took the time, stepped back and said, okay, gotta
It's
pull
time.
myself back up. And
Mm-hmm.
then let's attack this again. Let's execute excellence.
Look,
You
it
know.
can be pressed down. It can be
Jake,
shaken together. It can be running over, but it ain't gonna be empty.
It's not gonna
no,
be empty.
what you said. But I
And
think and also in our conditioning, we were taught to survive and
yes,
not thrive.
that's it.
And so
That's
now
it.
you have to, like I said about those seasons, we're
Yeah.
not in that season anymore.
That's it.
So
That's,
now you are in a thriving mentality, not a
mm-hmm.
lack, not a surviving mentality, because
Mm-hmm.
your life has shown you that you know how to survive.
That's
So
it.
let's see if you know how to thrive.
That's it.
I want us to make that change. And then thriving, you might be going so fast past people that you can't figure out what they even look like no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's freedom in that lane. Merce always says you save a lot on your car insurance when you stay in your lane.
And
And that's
mind your
true.
business.
When you mind your business.
Don't
You
forget that
know?
part.
So moving from surviving to thriving as women,
Mm-hmm.
it's key. It's crucial.
Right. And we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about yesterday when we live
No,
in today. We don't have to worry about yesterday when we live in today. And I think, I was talking to my best friend and she was talking about hard times. We were trying to figure some things out. And what I had to tell her was, but we have lived way worse.
come on now.
And where are we now? Do we
Mhm.
still live that life of lack? No, we don't. So just as we've made it through those times, we
That's
made it
right.
through these times.
Like I
And
said,
we just
check
gotta
your
believe it.
stats. Check your own stats.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are the proof. You are the living proof that you have the skill set to thrive
Mm-hmm.
because you are here today.
Yeah.
Mm.
One of my really good friends named Audrey taught me something. You know, I grew up in the project, first and foremost. Before I make my statement, what Audrey said, I grew up in the projects, right? So it's like we already operated off of that scarcity
Yes.
mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I met Audrey, Audrey taught me, and I'm gonna share it with y'all because this
Oh,
go right
Jesus.
here. Favor
Oh, Lord.
is better than money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
That
Yes.
right there, it was transformative because I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes even the richest people, they not happy.
That's it.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So here you are, you just showing up and you just being great. And some people they don't, it could be a swag they don't like, it just be
Mm-hmm.
something, this and that, whatever. They just be caught up in their feelings or whatever the case may be. And I just see through these people anyway. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I'm
Mm-hmm.
my own person. I'm unchangeable. You know what I mean? First of all, I'm a water sign. So we're changeable, remainable, this and that. But I'm telling you about favor because it's like if you just chasing a bag, after you get the bag,
Then what?
sometimes then what?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you had to step on people to get to the bag, that's even worse.
Now you're
You
in
know what I
trouble.
mean?
Time.
Now
Yep.
you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
The opera
It's
everybody
called a period victory. A
Mm-hmm.
period victory. A period victory is a victory gained at too great a cost. You can Google it.
And it's temporal.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say. It's
that was bars.
Mm-hmm.
It's temporal.
I'm a
You
yield my
gonna enjoy it.
time. I'm a yield my time.
You
Go
gonna
ahead. But
Yeah,
that's
and if you
bars.
have
Period
if you
victory.
have
Google
if
it.
you come to the understanding of what favor is
Come on
and
now.
and totally understand in it and lean on that favor, I
Mm-hmm.
promise you, everything else is gonna work itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be lacking
That
for
part.
no
Mm-hmm.
you
And
Yeah,
want.
and the elders used to say this because favor comes with a cost.
it
Come
does.
on now.
When people have favor, they pay
You
for
done
that,
knocked your
right?
head against the
Yeah.
wall a couple of
And this
times.
is
You got some
Mm-hmm.
bumps and
and,
some
and
bruises.
this
Mm-hmm.
is what they used to say: favor ain't fair,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
but it's just.
It's
It
But
just.
it's
is.
just,
That's
yes.
right.
Favor
Yeah.
ain't fair, but it's just.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. And then, with that, with it not being fair, you got to just look at it like, I'm not worried about you because
Mm-mm.
you feel like it's not fair. Guess what? I gotta walk in this because this is for me. This
Hmm.
is for me. And it's okay if you feel away. It's okay if you feel away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to take that up with somebody else because you ain't taking it up with me.
Mm-mm.
And that's just the bottom line.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
I'm when I see somebody, right? I was just talking about you shall know them by their fruit. When I see somebody that is doing it, to
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, because that's subjective, right?
Yeah.
When I see it, I'm like, I'm just, you know what? I want to emulate that. I don't need to copy it. I don't need
Right.
Mm-hmm.
all of that. It's what's for me is for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like what this person is doing. I want to be attached to that because
Yes.
I want that for myself. You know,
Yes.
I want this person is positive. This person that didn't
Amen.
step on somebody to get where they're going. They
Yes.
worked hard. They have a good heart. They have good intention,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be a part of that.
Yes.
And I
But
want to duplicate those efforts. I want to be apostolic. I want to be able
come
to
on now.
disciple people with that, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I went off
But
on a tangent, but it's
no,
okay.
it's okay.
No,
No,
you
you're
didn't.
good.
No, you
You're
You
didn't.
know
good.
what
No, you didn't.
your key word was in that girl.
What's
Pockets.
that?
It was intention.
Yes.
Come
Intention.
on.
That's
Yeah.
The
it.
intent of the heart. It's about the
Mm-hmm.
intent of the heart. And you know when somebody, come on, y'all,
Yeah,
There
you
you
know.
go.
You know.
discernment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And,
tease
and
my
all of us, all women have it, and to the younger generation, of women, every woman is blessed with woman's intuition.
Yeah.
if you want to be
It.
honest with
Thank you.
yourself.
Yes.
Yep.
That's another question tonight.
Okay.
Come on,
That's
Audrey.
that's another question tonight.
Yep.
Um, you know,
Come
women
on, sister. Come on, sister.
women like to play docile or cute or you know, we know what time it is usually, period.
Yes.
But we play along.
Mm-hmm.
And even at the end, we still don't acknowledge, hey, I play too much.
Uh-huh.
I was playing too much. I was all
Ooh.
out of my lane. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Wrecking and crashing.
Because
You gotta be accountable. It's self accountability.
but and the self accountability now seems harder than putting on clothes.
Mm,
You
Woo!
know,
Mm-hmm.
because self
mm.
accountability will keep you from a whole lot of tragic situations.
Oh
Or
yeah.
okay, here, take this one. Self accountability will keep you from recycling yourself to that next season,
All right.
that previous season that you said you was healed from,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
because you wasn't accountable for what part you had to play in that
Right.
last season.
That's it.
Mm,
I got divorced, and
mm,
my friends did not know. They were like, "You got divorced?" Da, da, da. You know, they couldn't believe it because I had not shared the bad part with nobody. But even after the divorce, I had to sit down and talk to Audrey and say,
Mm-hmm.
"Why was you playing so much? What did you not see, or what did you not want to see?" And
Mm-hmm.
the accountability that I gave myself, along with some grace, I mean, it propelled me almost like 5, 10 years ahead because
Mm-hmm.
it freed me. I
Yeah.
forgave my mother. I
Yes.
forgave my ex-husband because I learned I was an active participant in some of the BS myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I ain't never
Accountability.
had them traumas again. I ain't never had none of them issues ever again
Mm-hmm.
because I learned that I do things surface so that I don't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a whole lot of stuff on the surface so I don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I wasn't really brave enough really to go deep, deep.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't want nobody that close. So I
Right.
kept everybody at bay.
Mm-hmm.
But I still said it was their fault. All their fault. That ain't right.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying as women, it's hard to take accountability. But the sooner you take accountability to how you play along with some of these things, the floodgates of blessings and favor
Mm-hmm.
opens up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because now that shows the universe that you're growing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You don't have to keep bouncing back to the previous cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want women to empower themselves through truth.
Yes.
True.
Through
Right.
truth.
You
Yeah.
know, and a lot of times come on.
Yeah.
I said, don't play yourself. You know when you're wrong. Come deep down, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
See,
you've gotta allow yourself to feel. That's the first part before the
mm-hmm,
healing, right? You have to allow yourself to feel what happened.
Yes.
Then you
mm-hmm,
have to forgive yourself.
Yes.
Let me say this again. You got to forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to forgive them. That
Mm-hmm.
forgiveness is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Yes.
also have to remember that, and I think this is really important.
mm-hmm.
When you forgive somebody, that doesn't necessarily mean that restoration and reconciliation is required.
There you
Mm-hmm.
go. There you
That's
go.
right.
You can forgive them and love them from a distance.
Or
Mm-hmm,
They can sit in, the VIP section or
general prop
the balcony or whatever. But
mm-hmm.
parking lot.
forgiveness is for you.
That's
Release them.
it.
See, you got to understand also when you forgive somebody,
You freeing
you
yourself up.
you think about this like just visually.
Yeah.
When you do not forgive, they are shackled to you.
Yes.
And you are putting them in bondage but not releasing them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now you carrying them. It's like Erica Badu, bag lady.
Come
Yeah.
on now, you're
It's
gonna
gonna
You're
hurt
hurt
so
your
bad.
back.
you're carrying this on, and nobody can see it, but you got all this weight on you. This is what you're
Yes.
doing, right?
Yes.
So when you
And
forgive them,
they take it
you
into a
are
whole nother
releasing
relationship.
all of
Yes.
that weight. And then
Ooh.
the reason why we say restoration and reconciliation isn't required is because a dog will return to its own vomit, but you don't have to.
That's it.
Like a fool in his folly.
And
Yeah.
I like what you said, Tiffany, when you said, oh boy. I like what you said when I'm trying to frame it in my mind so it's kind of going and coming. But you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes what happens is we do it out of order.
Mm-hmm.
You forgive the other person, but then you're stuck in this season
Yeah.
because the hardest thing for you to do is forgive yourself,
Yep.
especially if you've been in a relationship for a long period of time and you just knew better. You knew, like, you dragging this all out for what reason? You knew.
But
And
even a job, when people stay at jobs and be so
yeah, it's
bitter
their
Whatever
job.
it
You
is.
know
when
you
they
need
knew
to
they should have
go.
moved on.
That's
Whatever it
right.
is.
It's being complacent, right?
Complacent.
So
Yep.
you drag this situation out far longer than you should have, and then when it really you lose your job, you didn't got
Mm-hmm.
fired because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't cut up, or
Yeah.
the relationship y'all
Mm-hmm.
y'all took it too far and y'all started tussling and it became domestic or like it didn't went too far.
Right.
you know,
Right. Right.
and then so you say to yourself, okay, well, this person, or this situation at my job, it didn't have to go this far, but I mean, I forgive them. I mean, it's a blanket, it's a blanket that you
It
put
is.
over them because it's like, okay, I can forgive them, okay, out of sight, out of mind. But then you being a willing participant of
That's
whatever
right.
the situation is, you're not saying, well, I really shouldn't have done X, Y, and Z. Maybe I shouldn't
Mhm.
have cussed my boss out and
Mhm.
and threatened to put my hands on him, and then I would have probably still been able to
Mhm.
leave on my own terms. Or, maybe I shouldn't have called him, a name lesser than his given
What
name
his
or what
mama
have
called
you.
him.
That's
And
that.
like, it's just those scenarios where you have to say, I was wrong. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
You
And this
see,
is where I
what
was wrong.
had happened was that's what that is. See, what had happened was
Right, I mean, we have to look at ourselves, and I know I cut up some fists. I mean, I might look real sweet and all of that, but I'm kind. I'm not always nice.
Mm.
So, it's just
Right.
I have to reflect on myself and say, you tripping, girl. You gotta get yourself together. You
Mhm.
my
know.
mom
Put you in
calls it
timeout.
nice nasty. Nice nasty.
Yes.
Nice,
Mhm.
nasty. Correct.
Yeah, they got to just get it together, and you got to know,
Get it together.
you got to know who you are, but you got to take it sometimes,
Yeah.
and that's a friend part. Once you say, okay, I was wrong in this, I forgive myself for this, I forgive these people for their participation too, and I'm moving on with my life.
Mhm.
You
How,
know
Hmm.
how do
what?
you, how do
What
you, how
role
do you,
like right?
no, forget it. I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead.
When I was young, when I was in my 20s, I mean, I'm from. It's my girl up there in the top box. We from the mitten, right? We kind of hired up there. So, anyway, when I was younger, I was woo wee. I would walk away and be like, "Ooh, that was bad, Tiff."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would always say that. I would say to myself, "Ooh wee, I gotta fix that."
Yeah.
It would be such a like I was quick witted, quick with
Mhm.
the mouth snapping, just
Mhm.
whoop, whoop. And it's like they didn't even know. Like I sliced them up, and they didn't even know
They
they
didn't know they was cut.
they didn't even know. And so yeah, you're so on point with that. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say,
Right.
no, 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 you know you were wrong.
Yeah. But it was so freeing for me to actually just okay, it's a two-part comment here.
Uh-oh.
So the way that I was able to free myself up was I finally had some time to catch my breath.
Hmm.
Get that? I finally had time to catch my breath between all these phases of my life.
Yeah.
So after the divorce, I said, "You gonna sit still for a little while.
Hmm.
Nice home, all of that, but you're not making no moves. You're gonna catch your breath. You just gonna fall in love with yourself, find out more about yourself. You're gonna I mean literally crying, snotting, writing.
Hmm.
I'm keeping it real with me.
Right.
And it was like I just needed those. It was like really like 2 years to where I just really just sat within myself and worked on just me and was
Hmm.
very honest with me bit by bit.
Right.
And when I came out of that, I packed all my stuff, moved me and my children to Alabama, 700 miles away from Detroit, and stayed there for 10 years, raised my children to be adults and go off to the army and all kind of good stuff. It was like I had superpowers then. I had permission to roam freely, and I haven't stopped. But it's like just that point of acknowledging that you had some part in allowing things to go bad or to go off as long as they did.
Right.
Even in
Exactly.
childhood, you
Hmm.
know, going all the way back to childhood, you have to take accountability there too. Maybe speaking up
Hmm.
or not falling back. So acknowledging things,
Yeah.
it makes you a stronger person, let alone a stronger woman.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
was telling Merce when we met, I said I don't need soft friends no more. I don't need soft friends. I don't
You
need
know.
soft friends.
You
I
already
need
know.
my friends to be. I need my friends if they
I ain't
see me
never
out
had
of order. I
none.
need them to be able to come in. Audre, come here.
I ain't
You
never
know
had.
it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need soft friends.
My
Yeah.
mouth ain't no church. know that.
No,
It's
no.
You know, you're you know, I got a girlfriend, and like I was talking to her on the phone. And you know, when you're close to somebody and you've known somebody for a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
you know if they breathe wrong,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
if their tone is wrong.
Right.
And
Yep.
something, see, I look, she was sounding, I said, what's going on? She was sounding off.
Mm-hmm.
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 I was like, all right, I got in my car.
That's right. That's Detroit though. That's that
hold
Michigan
up.
stuff. We will pull up. We will pull
Pop up,
up
a
with
pop up,
somebody on
baby,
the
pop
phone.
up.
I pulled up. I rang the
Pull up.
doorbell. I said, what's up? You good? We
Mm-hmm.
good?
Lie to, look, lie to my face. Lie to
You
my face.
straight? You know, you got to do that. So,
Blink 3 times.
Right.
right. So yeah.
Tiffany, did you have a question for the panel?
You know, mine is, see, we're talking about more of the emotions. Mine is more on the physiological side. So
Do tell. Do tell.
I kind of I'm shifting gears here, guys. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to go here, but um we well, not everybody, but we're growers. I'll say that. We're
Mm-hmm.
lovers of flora. Let's just say that, right?
Right.
Um,
Like that.
He's
and
stealing it.
we are always talking about how healthy things are. We're talking about herbs and all of that, and we grow non-GMO, all that, right? But are we living it? Are we really? I mean, what is our nutritional knowledge? You know,
Mm.
are we? You know, yeah, we're cooking. You know, we get inundated
Mm-hmm.
with all of this life stuff, and we'll just go to McDonald's, pick it up
Oh,
really
no.
quick.
Mm-mm.
But I'm.
Oh,
This
no.
is the
Mm.
reality, right?
Yes, that is the
Right.
So,
truth.
Convenience.
what do you have? Like, if I came to your house
Mm-hmm.
and I looked in your cabinets,
Mm-hmm.
in your pantry, the bottom floor of your vehicle, because you know it's all kinds of, you know, kids, you know, you're gonna find some French fries, right? So that's my question. Like, what? How are we transitioning now that we have the knowledge? See,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. Once you know,
Yes, you
you're
Yeah.
got
accountable now.
yes.
So have we started to transition out of
Mm-hmm.
these habits? For me, I was addicted to sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar for me was a drug. Y'all,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be transparent. I used to fall asleep with gummy bears in my mouth.
All right. Well, we're kindred spirits in that one.
Here's the key thing: used to,
Yeah.
used to. That's
Uh-huh.
my past. What'd you say, Audrey? I'm not
Don't
living in
in
that past.
that
That
season.
season. That
That's
season
right.
is
I'm a product of the solution that I made for myself. I
That's
lost
right.
almost now 30 pounds.
mm-hmm.
But you were the change you wanted to see. You had
I
to be
wanted to
that
change.
change you
So I'm
wanted to see.
asking the question, but I'm also I have a demonstration of that. I lived it.
What you
Right.
said.
So I
You
have
got.
permission and I have position
Right.
to
Mhm.
ask that question because I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it
So
says, as I minister to you, I minister to myself.
That's it.
I'm eating it.
That's sister stuff. That's what women do. We women should heal women.
Yes.
Midwives and it before they would say go down the road and get sister such and such because mama just keep rocking back and forth. I don't know what's going on. You
Right.
go get the neighbor or you go get somebody. But
Right.
we've gotten away from that. But we need to get back to that. Even like with the eating habits.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, your friends were the ones that said, "Girl, you done been there 3 times this week. What's going on?"
Right.
Snacking, you know, like we get hungry and all of a sudden we want to get some chips. That
Right.
was
Hmm.
the thing,
Yeah,
chips and
chips was mine.
Mm-hmm.
Cheez-Its and all of
Hmm.
this. Now, you know, I've got like, you know, cucumber chips.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
When I cut sugar, for me, and I'm not saying anybody needs to do this. Of course,
Right.
you need to seek your physician and all that. This is for educational purposes only. Um, so you I found I couldn't eat anything because everything was like That's true. I find myself grabbing, like, dang, I can't. Well, I guess I'll go over here and drink some water, or I'll, get some celery or something like that. It
Mhm.
completely diminished what I was feeding myself because I was feeding
Hmm.
my body junk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So,
it's still comfort food. You know, with me, it was comfort food. Even though I grew up in a house where my dad was a diabetic and I was made to be his assigned cook.
mm,
And so it was not as a lesson to learn. It was too much responsibility, way too early. Um, so my mother was not a good cook. So my father made me into a good cook. So um, my eating habits have always been really good, but I've always had comfort foods.
got
You
it.
know, them comfort foods. It wasn't fast food for me. It was like me baking a blueberry pie or a blueberry cake or a pound cake. It was my comfort food. Or me making some ice cream.
Macaroni.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, you know, it was things that was connected to good memories.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to find some more things. I had to replace those with something else.
Mhm. And
I,
I've had to transition. I've always like fruits and veggies or what have you, but
yeah.
I'm also a person who likes sweets. I love me some sweets, and I love me some Dr. Pepper. I
Mm,
love me some Dr. Pepper. But when I got sick at the end of last year, my whole body just really changed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I was not able to eat a full meal, like a full serving size. And I would go through these coughing fits until I threw up.
Wow.
And
mm,
I just didn't know what was going on. And so I had to really assess, like, what am I putting in my body? Like, what is not agreeing with me? My body was starting to disagree with certain things. And so I noticed that when I, you know, ate certain things, I was going to feel extra tight to the point I was uncomfortable, coughing, throwing up, and I just said, I got to do something different. I got to do something totally different. And I just started making, meals that were kind of just really light, so I knew it wasn't going to cause too much heaviness. I had to leave Popeyes alone. Popeyes is my
was
favorite.
not your friend.
It's not my favorite. The sweet and spicy, it had me in a chokehold and it almost killed me. So I had to let it be. And I just had to just say to myself, there are just certain things at this point in my life I have to do without.
Yeah.
And so between that time, like I was at my heaviest at that time. So between that time and now, I lost about 13 pounds. I'm still, still struggling with figuring out what it is I can and cannot eat
Hmm.
because I don't know if it's a newly acquired, food allergy. I don't
Hmm.
know what it is, but what I do know is I don't like the way it makes me feel. And
Hmm.
so if I happen to eat the wrong thing, I instantly know, and then I'm separating myself from it
Hmm.
because I can't do it anymore.
See a lot of people in the comments here saying certain things that they struggle with. I think one thing that is good to note is that give here we go again. Give yourself some grace in
Yeah.
this space too. Um, you want to set yourself up for success. So if there is something, the one thing, like Aldwina said, I like Dr. Pepper, right? Um, start weaning yourself off slowly. You may not be able to just go cold turkey. That's kind of like, that's hard. But maybe like if you're drinking 20 a week, cut it down to 15. And then
Right.
just kind of go,
Hmm.
same thing with, exercise. I know I haven't talked about exercise, but your goal is a mile, do one lap. And then
Mm-hmm.
when that gets easy, do a lap and a half. Give yourself a really, really qualifiable like way that that you're going to succeed. You know yourself
Right.
better than anybody. So I just wanted to kind of throw that in there because there's a lot of people making comments about what they have overcome, some things they've struggled with. I saw somebody say cheese.
Yes.
Yeah. And
And
health and wellness said get ahead of it. Get ahead of
yeah,
a illness, get ahead of it. Now that you're not diagnosed with this or that,
Right.
but you don't want to either. So we're not going to take life for granted and beautiful
Mm-hmm.
walks and abilities that are to come for you. You want to see generations. And if you want to see generations, you're going to have to do that type of work on you, for you.
and a lot of times we can eat our way, just like we eat ourselves into things, we can eat
Hmm.
ourselves out of it,
Yes.
Yes.
right? I have
Mm-hmm.
successfully avoided diabetes. It's like rampant in my family because
Mm-hmm.
I've eaten my way out of it.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
That's it.
Yeah. So I'll say this because I've had a most of my issues are around eating and gut issues. Um, I think one of the things that's also important as women is not to gatekeep, not to keep
Mm.
medical secrets, because I did not know that we had a family history of gut issues um,
Wow.
until just a couple of years ago.
Hmm.
And so I've been suffering not knowing that this was something that I could have headed off at the past, years and years ago, had no who I am, knowing that this is an issue and this is something that can, possibly affect me long term.
Yeah.
It's certain changes that I know that I would have made.
Right.
Um, so when people talk about, especially Aldwina, when you talk about certain foods that you can't eat, I can totally attest to that because there was a time that I couldn't hardly eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they really couldn't figure out what was going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
I was on all kind of medication. I was on IBS medication. I was on um, medication for. They had put me on steroid medication. They had put me on. It was just all kind of stuff.
Right.
And I had done, they had done all kind of testing and, Crohn's and
Mm-hmm.
the barium swallows and all. I mean, I went through all of that, colon, all of that, and they couldn't find anything,
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And this went on for a long time.
Amazing.
And one of the medications, I can't think of the
Mm.
name of it, when I would take it, I don't even know how to explain it except for it would make you feel like it would make me feel like I was coming out of my skin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I just could not sit still. I felt agitated and me and my husband, we had moved in together, was getting married like a couple of months after. Like, I can't take this anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot take this medication anymore because I literally could not sit still when I took it.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped taking it and I started, and I had always been like juicing on and off or whatever, but I really went hard with the juicing
Mhm.
because I was like, I said, this is gonna have to stop. Something is not right, and it's got to do. If it's my gut, it's got to do with food, and it's got to do with something that I'm eating or something that I'm not getting. So
So
I
that's
just,
a good point too. That I guess we need to make note of that too in this live, is that we need to take assessment of what is actually in our family lineage.
Mm-hmm.
we
You
do. It's
know,
important. It's important
It's
because
very important.
it's in our. I mean, it's out in. I'm not gonna say in our DNA, but everybody knows that we try and keep secrets.
mm,
Like 10 years ago, why am I finding out that we have a history of breast cancer on
mhm,
my dad on my the female side on my dad's side? You
yeah,
know, uh, what 5 or 6 years ago, why am I finding out that we have a family history of colorectal cancer on my mom's side,
mhm.
and I'm suffering from gut issues? Like, why? Why? Why didn't
It
nobody?
again, like Health
yeah,
and Wellness said, and we said earlier, it's conditioning.
yeah.
It
We
It's
have been brought up with this bad habit.
yes, he
Mhm.
said that too in the comments. Yep.
Yes.
And so I made it a point, like when as soon as I found out all the information, you know, the all this this medical history stuff, I'm telling my kids.
Right.
Yes.
Because I'm like, y'all don't need to suffer the way that I've suffered.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
with
let's
issues.
let's tap into that too.
You can't gate don't I cannot express the importance of telling your kids and teaching them good habits. Like as soon as you know that you have a history of something, it is your responsibility as a parent to show them what to do to head
Yeah.
it off because you don't want them traveling down that road.
And it's not just a medical condition that needs to be talked about, because sometimes in our families, children feel like they this odd kid because they have no idea that uncle, auntie, such and such had was bipolar or was schizophrenic or
Yeah.
was this or was that. Nobody talked about that uncle that just sat in the room because they didn't know what to call it back then. But then you got
That's
kids
medical
going through
also.
things. Yeah,
That's it's going into mental health, but it's
yes,
medical also because it's a
yes,
chemical imbalance.
Yes.
yes, it is. But
And I
it's still, but alcohol too. Like I tell my children, I
Yeah.
said, on one side of your DNA, you don't have alcoholism, but on the other side of your DNA, you do.
Hmm.
For 3 to 4 generations. On the man side, on the female side, it was something different. It
Hmm.
was more of like cancer and things like that. But they had to know that. Like, so you have a predisposition to narcotics, predisposition to alcohol.
if I may
That
inter-
predisposition.
if I may interject, I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
just wanted to give a little love and shout out to those people in the comments because there's some great things being said there as well. Yancey said, make it a lifestyle, right? And
Mhm.
it becomes
Not
less
a diet.
difficult.
That's a good point.
We need to talk about that. These
Yeah.
fads and these diets. It's a lifestyle change. It's something that will
Mhm.
be a part of you. It will
Yeah.
be innate and
Mhm.
inborn. And I thought that was a really good point, and I wanted to pay homage to his statement. Sweet Pea shared that the way she was winning, and I'm paraphrasing it, but is consistency and staying committed.
Mhm.
Consistency. So you can't be in and out. You gotta that it's hard to lose weight, but it's even harder to maintain it off, that consistency. So I just wanted to love on that. And then there's a lot of comments about menopause. I know that's a whole nother subject, but I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, they got to check in with Yancy for that one. For
Yeah,
they need to go
that's
back
like
to
that might be another show.
the. Yancy does the whole menopause trivia.
I wanted to
Yeah,
love
but I
on
mean,
you. I
but
wanted to
ladies,
love
it's
on you.
important for us to we have to take you have to take control of your diet
Mhm.
and I'm not going to say your diet, but of your eating lifestyle.
Mhm.
And you have to go if you feel like something is wrong, you know, you go get checked out. You know,
Right.
um like you know me, of course I don't like taking medicine, so 9 times out of 10 once I find out what's wrong, then I'm gonna go to my herbs and stuff. But you do what you feel like you have to do to get yourself together, but
Mhm.
go once you feel like something is going on with you and get tested. um and I'll even say this: if it wasn't for my husband, um last year. I was scheduled to get a colonoscopy last year. The office, they called and told me how much it was going to cost out of pocket, and I was like, I can't afford that. I'm just not going to get it right now. I'm just going to wait. And he went off. He was like, no, you need to get that. We'll figure it out later. Yada yada yada. So I went ahead and got it. And I had the doctor told me that he had to remove 4 cancerous polyps.
Victory.
I'm so glad that
Mhm.
he sit up there and dug off into my butt about not canceling that appointment,
Mhm.
because what would have happened if I had just let that go?
Mhm.
It's important. Listen, I'm gonna say this. We have to do a whole nother show on menopause. There's a lot of comments in there about it.
They should have been on with us last just a couple of days ago.
We'll have to come back. We have to come back.
Yancy
I
had
won that. I won that game, by the
Yancy,
way. I ain't going to be
yeah,
quiet.
health and wellness. He did a whole thing. He might do a series on it. You
yeah.
know.
That should be that's a good idea,
I think
Yancy.
I think that's great with Yancey. Also, I think we need to be present for those who have been through it. You know,
Mhm.
that can give a clear account, and we're all uniquely different in our experience in it.
Mhm.
Not everybody has hot flashes, you know.
Mhm.
So I think it's good to have a couple of people that have already fully been through it, right?
Yeah.
And you know what, Tiffany, what I didn't realize is that, you go and get your levels checked, and just because your levels is not showing that your hormone levels are, going into that direction, or that you're menopausal, that does not mean
Mhm.
that you're not premenopausal.
This is
Mhm.
what I'm saying.
Because you could still, like, I have all the premenopausal symptoms, but my lab work says totally different. It says that I'm not.
Right.
That's
Well, I got my tubes tied at 30, and I actually entered menopause after I got my tubes tied
hmm
at 30.
Hmm.
Yep.
But see, this is why I think it's good.
Yep.
Yes, we're gonna, just some kind of diversification around the subject, because
Mhm.
not everybody experiences it the same,
Yep. Mhm.
right? So I
Mhm.
think that's good to have an account of different experiences. That's all. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's not fun at all.
No.
No. My
No.
husband, he comes, he'll sit up there and he'll say, like, I don't understand, why you just walking around, because I keep it so cold in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to, because, honey, in the middle of the night, baby, it is no joke.
Yeah.
It's like burning inferno. It's like, what just happened?
Right. It's
But
like a
anyway,
it's like a heater inside of you. I don't That's
yeah,
the best way that I can explain it. It's like,
yeah.
on the inside.
I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have anybody to ask when I was going through it, because they thought that I was lying.
Yeah.
They were like, "You so young, ain't no way you going through it." I was like, "Girl, I am, and have and done." And so
Mm-hmm.
I ended up going through it at an early age, and so I went through it kind of alone, figuring it out for myself.
hmm
And now my friends are going through it, and they like, "Well, aren't you going through it now?" I'm like, "No, I went through it, in my 30s,
Mm-hmm.
into my 40s." And so my children would tell the story and say, "Mom, that I was gangster.
There you go.
That I was like there would be no mutiny in this house. I was walking like 10 miles a day. I was burning up that energy. I mean, I was like, it was like I put myself in boot camp just to really survive.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm.
I was riding my bike a lot. It was like I stayed very, very active.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I didn't take no mess. Like, them teenagers was not. They snuck out one night to go to a drag race, and they thought that they was, I'm like, y'all don't understand. Your mama going through menopause. I'm about that life. So I put on my little, I put my hoodie on. I put my gym shoes on. I overheard where they was going. So I met them at the drag race. And they was like, is that your mother over there? Yeah. So it's like, it gives you this sense of boldness and very little tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Very,
little
very little
tolerance.
tolerance. Yes.
Very little tolerance. And so at that point, you have to not be around people that will take you there or irritate you, because there's no point in that. It's not going to be enjoyable,
It could
because
be
your
a very
patience is
dangerous
very,
situation too. It could be a
hmm,
very dangerous situation
yeah,
because you
yeah,
might not be able to control your emotions.
yeah.
And that's the worst thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a hormone thing, but it's doable. There's so many herbs that are really good for it, but women do need women to talk about it.
How do you guys balance that work life, married life, garden life? How do you guys balance that? You guys do that a lot better than us because women are usually multitaskers, and you guys, we rely on you guys a lot more for those tender things. So, I guess the best question to ask you guys is like, it was one of the questions anyway, but
Mm-hmm.
how do you guys navigate the balance of everyday life?
Some don't,
Yeah.
Right.
right? Some don't. I think it comes with you get better at it as you evolve, and you just it if you don't have self-awareness, you're going to get lost in it.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to be the sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
You will lose your identity,
Yeah.
and you're going to resent everybody for it.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's land the plane. That's it. So
Yeah.
you have to find, and there's going to be times where you are going to sacrifice yourself, but it's not going to be like this long drawn out thing. Maybe just for Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
maybe maybe 1 month, but for 4 months you need to get it back on track.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of an ebb and flow
Yeah.
with it, and it's tough, and sometimes you're really really upset. You bake a cake and nobody eats it. you know
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Or you cook a whole meal and somebody comes home with a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking real stuff,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's the truth right
you
there.
know
That's the
you
truth.
you you cook that chicken and that chicken is fire, but somebody says one bad thing about it and it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm not cooking for a month.
That's
That's
it.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I the only one that's being
No,
No,
you're
transparent?
not the only
you
one.
are speaking in my heart.
No, you're not the
I've
only
been there
one.
several times. I stay on strike cooking. I'm on strike right now.
And
Uh-oh.
it's not a retaliation. It's not
Right.
to be ugly. It's like, look, okay, I gotta take a break because
Yeah.
Or I have to do something different with my time because there is a need somewhere else, and so this person is caring for themselves, so hey, I'm not gonna interfere, so let me just do
Yeah.
something different you know
And
um
acts of service sometimes are people's love language.
yeah,
yes.
And so when those acts of service are,
say that,
you know, are just like it wasn't nothing,
say that.
it's a little too harsh. If
Mm-hmm.
that's your love language
That's a
and
good
it's
punch.
ignored, you know,
That can be a good punch.
yeah, it can be a gut punch. But it's our responsibility to be able to articulate that,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
to
Yes.
articulate, hey, I'm doing this because this is how I express this.
Right.
But if that's not something that you require, what is it that you require? You know what I'm saying? To feel like I'm there with you.
Right.
And if we can't get that, then we need to work on, are we in the right position right now?
Mhm.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
and
Right.
if their love language is words of affirmation, this is not the day to
No.
attack my servitude. I'm just gonna say it because it's not gonna be words of affirmation, okay?
Right,
It's
right,
not
right.
gonna be a good
That's
day.
right. That's
You
right. That's right.
now you see how
So,
that sets up like a
volatile,
time bomb.
volatile and
Hmm.
toxic.
That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
And so I think, to answer to Mercy's question, I think well, I can speak for myself. I try to prioritize the best I can, and I try to do it in the level of what is most important.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've learned is that you have to have balance with everything you do. And so once again, we're talking about taking care of self, putting one first. And so I'm going to put something on the schedule for me too,
Come on now.
at the beginning of the day and at the end of the
Hmm.
day. I got to put something on the schedule for me. And sometimes it may get a little tight. I have this amount of time to do this. I have this amount of time to do that. And I might run over the time. It's okay. And I might, might have to crunch the time down. But I have to put something on that schedule for me, because
Yeah.
if I don't and I'm doing all of these things, I'm going to get overwhelmed.
Yep.
I am going to melt down. That's what I do. I melt down. And melt down is not a particularly fun place to be for me or anybody who lives in the house with me. So I don't want to do that. So if I'm able to take care of my needs, then I can take care of whatever else needs to be taken care of.
And I think I know I operate like, I'll prioritize like Aldwina said, but it's okay if everything doesn't get done.
That's
I'm
it.
not gonna sweat it. It'll,
Yep.
if it doesn't get done, it hopefully tomorrow comes and
That's
it'll
it.
get done tomorrow.
That's it.
It is what it is. You're not a robot. You're human.
That's right.
If you get tired, sit your butt down.
That's right.
And keeping accountability people around me helps me to balance all the things that I do. Right now, I have a lot on my plate,
Yeah.
but I also make other people that are good, have vested interest in me, aware of everything I have on my plate. So if I talk to them in the course of the day, they're like, "Okay, you did this. Okay, well, okay, tomorrow is tomorrow. Can today just be today?" I'm
Yes.
like, "Oh, okay, 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 okay. I got it." But I had to trust somebody with the intricate parts of my life, so that I can have some accountability people around me. And that I think that's been very key for me to balance out the different things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yancey said, or life will sit you down, and you don't want that.
It sure
no, you
will.
don't
Sit
want that.
down.
That's
Several
that's
times.
what you do not want.
Ain't that what the old people say? That
Yes.
said
Sit
it.
down. Sit down.
Go sit down somewhere.
Grown
Past
over there
tense.
now.
Past tense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sit
Look,
down.
my dad's mom used to tell me, she said, "I tried to told you," and I was like, "Huh?" She said,
Yep.
"I tried to told you. That means I'm gonna stop talking to you. That's past tense.
Right.
So I already told you that before. So I keep trying to tell you, I done tried to told you."
And
And
you're
at
not
that
listening.
point, she said, "The more I teach you, the dumber I get.
Yeah,
If you're
that's not
not gonna
good.
listen."
That's
That-
it. All
that-
right.
I remember when my kids were little, single parent, and I did not understand what my dad was saying. He said, "You the only one. You the only horse pulling this wagon.
Ooh,
Sometimes, sometimes the horse got to take a water break."
There you go.
ooh.
Wait, that's a whole sermon series right there. Because
There
then
you go.
you got to start talking about what's on the wagon.
Uh-huh.
Them three kids and bills. That was on the wagon. Groceries, rent, everything.
That's bars right there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's in the comments, bars.
I see you. Yeah, here we go. Let's go and sprinkle
Sprinkle,
some on there
sprinkle,
like
Yeah,
right?
that.
there it
Sprinkle
goes.
something.
Right
Yeah.
there,
Sprinkle me.
right there.
People.
Marsh, who made that song? Sprinkle me.
E40,
Oh,
You
E40.
for it?
E40. I got you. I
Bay
got you.
Area.
I'm just
That came out like woo 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 woo
right.
woo woo woo.
Everybody
I know
know.
where I was when that song came out.
Yes. Oh, do y'all remember?
It
Yeah.
came out way too quick.
I got
Yeah, it
another
did.
question.
Okay.
I'm sorry not to cut y'all. Look, how are y'all in your own way?
Ooh.
Right?
Don't
Oh,
everybody answer at
Lord.
once.
Do I want to answer that? I don't even know if I want to answer that.
That's a
Come
bomb.
on down, get down,
Somebody,
get.
somebody, somebody type the little bombs in the comments because that was a bomb right there.
Yeah. I mean, we all know how we in our own way. It's like
First getting
it's
personal.
it's not a hard question.
Not
It's
really.
it's pretty simple.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
It is.
Nobody wants to.
It is when you're
I
getting
I
If you
to.
don't want to, if you don't want to give situations, just say whether it's mental, this, or this. Like,
I can go. I can go.
Okay.
Okay. So I I have had a great struggle in leaving well enough alone. Sometimes I just cannot
Ooh.
leave
Mm.
well enough alone.
That sounds familiar, familiar,
Okay.
familiar.
I can't stop, won't stop. I mean, I just
Oh,
I have
procrastination.
I have a problem sometimes of letting go. I have
Mm-hmm.
a problem sometimes of forgiving self, that's how I get in my way because I can't see past that, and so then I cannot progress to the next level to do something greater because I feel like I'm stuck sometimes, and it creates a big part of anxiety for me. But I have learned, I was sharing with all of the people on the panel a few days ago that, when I was going through my little sickness and when I had my little issue that ended me up in the hospital, I remember being on the floor. I didn't know how I got on the floor. I thought I was on the bed, but I was on the floor. And I just remember just pleading to God. I'm like, I ain't ready to go. But I knew that something strange was going on within my body. And while I'm waiting for the paramedics and everything like that to come and take me on, I realized that I had these little hangups and these little hiccups, because I was not able to let go. And what I remembered at that very moment was, this don't really matter at all right now. It doesn't matter anymore. So why are you holding on to it? Let it go. And being in the hospital a few days, 3 days, just really put into my mind that I don't have to hold on to nothing. And I'm not going
Yeah.
to. And so I stopped. And so that was a freeing part for me. And so, of course, I'm going to these doctors and, trying to figure out what's going on with me or what have you. But one thing I'm not worried about is everything that has been in the past. I have to move on. I just have to. And so that's how I'm getting out of my way.
So that's like a question I wanted to ask about. At what point in your life, lady, did you know it was time to evolve?
I would say in my mid 30s, I knew it was time for me to evolve. I knew that I wanted more out of my life. I know that I deserve more out of my life. And I knew that I wanted to be able to contribute and I wanted to get the same that I gave out.
I think probably in my mid 30s, I stopped caring what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I don't care.
Right.
Love it or leave it. Period. I just I don't care. I mean, and I can and my husband doesn't like it, but I'm the type I can okay you to death.
Okay.
Yes, I know, I know.
Okay.
I can okay
Okay.
you to death.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit up and argue with you. I'm not gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna okay you to death. I'm okay.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand
And
that.
there's so
I,
many ways
it's,
you could
I
say
guess
it.
it comes with age, like
Right.
Yeah.
choosing your battles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what you realize is that 98% of the battles are not even worth fighting.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Like they'll realize it on their own. They'll be okay. It's got to be some things. You got to step back and be like, some things got to be a life lesson.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I would say I can get a little crunk every once in a while, you know. I gotta, I clap. My clap back is serious. You will catch my smoke. Um, and I have to, reel it in. I just know what I've been through and what I've had to fight for,
Mm-hmm.
and what I have to, what I protect. And so sometimes I you know, I get a little bit in my flesh, you know.
Yeah.
So I you know, um, I realize that. See, the first step is what uh Audrey was saying is you know when you did something a little too much, right?
That's it.
And you just be like, "Woo, Lord, let me phone a friend." All right.
Mhm.
Sometimes I will call accountability partner. I'll be like, "Look, let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna be completely honest. So this happened, then I
Yeah.
did this," and
Yep.
they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay, that's what I needed to hear," you know. So it was
Yeah.
like, it was bad. Yeah, that was a little, you know. So for me, I know I get in my own way sometimes because I'm just like, what you're not gonna do is,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
this ain't what you think it is, you know, all of
Mhm.
that.
Right.
I've had to pull that back because that was learned behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like familial. It was where I'm from, where I
Yeah.
was, you know,
Mhm.
people are just like that. Like everybody's like that. Like,
Right.
and so I had to just, okay, let me tone this down because it ain't really working for me, you know.
Right,
Right.
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 It
So
wasn't serving you.
it was becoming catastrophic.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that it's important to understand that someone's meekness is not a weakness though.
No, it's not.
And
Ooh.
every once in a while you need to let folks know.
That's right.
You can do it with tact, you can do it professionally and diplomatically and
Yes.
say it the same way
Mhm.
without being ugly. And they'll
That's
get the message, they'll understand.
yeah.
You
Yes,
know?
they will.
So I've learned how to have a je ne sais quoi with
There
the way
you go.
that I do my clap back. That's all.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm, how do I get out of you, Mark? You said, how do I get out of my? How can I be in my way?
In
Yeah,
your own.
yeah, yeah. How do you get out of your own way?
How do I get out of my own way? Or how am I in my
Or
own way?
how are you in your own way? Is a better question.
I'm an overthinker.
Mhm.
I'm
Mm.
an overthinker.
Yeah.
Um, and so what I've learned was, you gotta go to fight. I'm crazy. But every year I give myself a theme for the year.
Okay.
There
Okay.
you go.
Okay, I give myself a theme. Like last year was being deliberately unpredictable.
Okay.
Okay, so this year I have a theme too. It
Okay.
means, and I'm not gonna say what the theme is because it might sound
Okay.
horrible,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna tell myself what can't be done. I'm gonna do it and find out what I need to do better to make
Okay.
it better.
All right.
So I'm not gonna allow, and I think that's it's been working.
Yes.
You know, I got invited to do a farm conference for Michigan, for Detroit to
Beautiful.
another area. And that when I got the email, I was like, oh, that's not something I don't even. And I was like, you know what? It's 2024. You said,
Mhm.
so I
Mhm.
did it. I ended up taking 2 bus loads from Detroit to Kalamazoo, and I'm still getting emails about how beautiful everything was. You know what I mean?
Wonderful.
They,
Yes.
the Michigan farm and family trusted me to do this, but I had to check Audrey at the door.
Right. Right. Right.
Because see, Audrey was overthinking it. Like, but what about
Yeah.
this and what about that? And then I was like, nope, you got this.
That's that
Okay.
favor.
And
That
that's beautiful.
in favor, people will not even understand why they bless you, how they bless you.
Yep, that's that favor.
You know. I worked for a company that thought they were hiring me for one purpose. I went there and told them why they need to hire me for another purpose. And
The
then
back.
after that, I said, well, give me 30 days to show you what I mean. Once I showed them what I was talking about, I said, okay, now it's time for us to meet in human resources. You want me to come Monday or you want me to come Tuesday? We need to meet in human resources now because you see the product. You see the value. I saw
Mhm.
my value. And I
Mm.
presented it where before I wouldn't have presented, I just would have been talking junk about it. But I presented it. Now that I presented, I rewrote my contract.
All right.
You know what I mean? So this, I was like, okay, here's the thing. This year was deliberately delusional.
All right. I like it.
Okay? So
Good.
so it was like I cannot let Audrey tell Audrey what's not gonna work.
Right.
I have to be like, okay, well, let's shoot it and see. Let's
Mhm.
do it and see. And when I tell you, boom, 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 and it took me back to when I was telling my son this when I first started out moving out my parents' house on my own. By the time I was 23, 24, I had a beautiful condo of my own, 2 cars, because I was delusional as ever. I didn't think nothing was checking me. I was running 2 businesses.
All
I
right.
mean, I really was doing it. I had a life of a woman that has retired,
Right.
but I didn't see where I could not do things, and then life happened,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and it made me suppress that type of eager ability to just shoot things, go for it, go for it,
Right.
go for it, without scripts, without a safety net.
Right.
And so that's how I was in my way, and I'm getting out of my way.
Very good. Very good.
Hey, Sister Beverly says she got a poem for us, a smart woman poem. Let's hear the smart woman poem,
All right.
if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Come on, Sister Beverly. You gotta unmute yourself, Queen.
She
You
does.
gotta, you gotta unmute yourself, Miss Beverly.
Mm. She may have stepped away.
Um,
She may have stepped away.
Miss Beverly, you gotta unmute your. You gotta
Okay.
unmute. There you go.
Okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Come on.
Okay. So, y'all doing all of this, having a great conversation, and I'm listening and I'm thinking about, oh, I got that poem. I got that. Y'all told me I got that. But anyway, I want to share this one right here. For some reason, it just came to mind. It's called Had I Not Known. Had I not known trials and tribulations, I would not have come to know the lessons learned in trying situations. Had I not known chaos and calamity, I would not have come to know peace, calm, quiet, and serenity. Had I not known failures and disappointments, I would not have come to know triumphs, successes, and achievements. Had I not known pain and distress, I would not have come to know the feelings of comfort, ease, and rest.
Mm.
Had I not known hunger and thirst, I would not have come to know to be thankful, grateful, and blessed. Had I not known long sufferings, I would not have come to know patience, which produces many good things. Had I not known betrayal and disloyalty, I would not have come to know the importance of trust and reliability.
Mm.
Had I not known death and sorrow, I would not have come to know that joy comes tomorrow. Had I not known sin and iniquity, I would not have come to know that Jesus died to set me free. Had I not known snares and temptations, I would not have come to know that God makes a way out of every situation. Had I not known strife and struggles, I would not have come to know how to help others through their troubles.
Mm-hmm.
Had I not known God's word that is holy, I would not have come to know how to rebuke the devil and make him flee. Had I not known the Holy Spirit, I would not have come to know how he leads, comforts, and blesses us so. Had I not known Jesus Christ, I would not have come to know the gift of everlasting life. So I thank God for trials and tribulations, chaos and calamity, failures and disappointments, pain and distress, hunger and thirst, long sufferings, betrayal and disloyalty, death and sorrow, sin and iniquity, snares and temptations, struggle and strife, God's holy word, the Holy Spirit, and for Jesus Christ. For had I not known these things, where would I be in life? somewhere broken, I'm sure, and filled with heartache and strife. So I am glad that these things I have come to know in life. For had I not known. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all want to hear another one? Now, Mercy, you know I have one for the finale, right? Don't forget about that one.
Come with the finale. We
You ready for
Yeah,
the
because
finale?
come with the finale. We crashing
yeah.
fast.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. This is called The Strength of a Woman. The Strength of a Woman. The strength of a woman was present from the very start when God created woman with a strong and courageous heart, to be a companion and a helpmeet to her man upon the earth. Yes, woman was destined to be strong since the day of her birth. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found at the crown of her head in the ways that she lifts, tilts, and holds it way up high. Her self esteem is on point and she does not look down, for on top of her head she wears a bejeweled crown. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her eyes, which are the doorways that lead to her soul deep inside. Though she sees the world in a sad and terrible plight, she steadfastly walks by faith and not by sight. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her ears that listen with discernment to the world's frights and fears. But she knows that she wasn't created with the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a strong mind to make it down here. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her tongue that speaks words of love and kindness to everyone. Words that build, bond, teach, reach, and inspire. Words that encourage others and lift others higher. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her hands that work hard but smart and industriously. She gives it all that she has and then some more to help care and provide for her family. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her feet that walk those extra miles to life's rhythm and beat. And though she tires often, she endures and presses on with her feet firmly planted toward her heavenly home. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her heart, from which flows love for God and for her fellow man, where hope springs forth like living waters, and unto others she blesses and lends a helping hand. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her mind, which houses wisdom she seeks, and wisdom she does find. Wisdom that comes with living and with learning, wisdom to share and to help lead the blind. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her character, the qualities and behaviors that make up her personality. She carries herself in a decent and upright manner, radiating truth, honor, respect, and integrity. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in her faith in God above. She is thankful for his mercy, his grace, and his undying love. She gives God all the praise, the honor, and the glory, for he is still almighty, omnipotent, great, grand, and holy. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in the way that she lives and in the ways that she shares, cares, and forgives. For she knows that in order to be forgiven, she must forgive too, and that to whom much is given, much is due. The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman is found in the prayers that she prays. For when prayers go up, blessings come down always, and always for others she always prays, knowing that God is faithful and that he always makes ways. The strength of a woman is found in her spirit inside, that is led by the Holy Spirit, who is her spiritual guide. May the Holy Spirit continue to lead the woman along life's way until she is reunited with her Heavenly Father again someday. the strength of a woman.
You guys
Woo! Thank you, Holy
make sure you
Spirit, for
follow
that one.
Beverly Leonard on
Woo-wee.
TikTok and on YouTube.
Woo-wee.
She got a
Thank
book
you,
out that's
Lord.
called Come Inside. You
Yeah, I'm
guys,
working on book 2. Working on
Amen.
book 2.
Thank you very much for that
Woo.
share.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for letting me appear on the show. Well, you can't see me, but you can hear me.
It's
But
okay.
you
I've
guys
had a
need to follow
wonderful
Beverly
time.
Leonard so we can see her next time.
Share her
Yeah, I'm gonna
post.
get there. I'm gonna get there one day. But you know
No, we're
what?
gonna help
I
you.
kind of like being behind that little picture right there.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
but thank you. I've enjoyed everybody.
Right. Well, we'll see you again soon.
We'll see you.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see you
Thank you.
again soon, sister.
God bless y'all.
You
God
God
too.
bless
bless.
you.
You too. We we're gonna wrap up early tonight, man. I'm gonna let you guys say your last goodbyes.
I have homework.
Okay.
Oh, we ain't take no picture.
Let's
Dang it.
take a picture. Oh gosh.
Dang it. Hold on. We gotta nope, we ain't do it. We ain't do it. I catch it on the I'll catch it on the lives when I replay.
Cameron, have a good night. For those who are leaving, just have a good night. Thanks, guys, for coming.
Thank you guys for passing through, always supporting
Yes,
us.
yes, yes.
We love y'all. Hey, follow us on the Garden Gumbo on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on the panel, the Chocolate Green Thumb on YouTube, the Grow Girl on YouTube. There go Beverly. I can take our picture.
Hey, Mars.
We want to get in the top
Yes, I
box.
did. Yes,
Hey,
I'm
I
Mars.
getting in
did.
the top box. Huh? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hold up.
Look, I gotta
Y'all
get in
ready?
the top box because it's like it's Mercy's Angels. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all smile. Smile.
Everybody smile. Count of three. One, two, three. Cheese. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Hug yourselves. Bring it in.
So
So,
here's the homework
Uh-oh.
for the ladies. The homework is to write a new script for your life with you as the main character. Write a new script with you as the main character. And in doing this, give yourself grace. And I guess like shoot for the stars. I mean, write this character up. Write her up. Write this main character up. You know, make it whatever you want to make it, however theme you want to make it, but write a new script. If you want to add a little love letter to yourself, make a little love note. Leave yourself a love note in the bathroom or something this week. But I definitely want y'all to write a new script with you as the main character. Y'all okay with that, ladies?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. I wanted to say one thing. I wanted to say to the ladies, never forget what your worth is. Always know what your worth is.
Mm-hmm.
My spirit tells me that not only are we created from man, but I believe that we are also created in the essence of Mother Earth. And I say that because from us, nations are born. Seeds are planted in our soil and bring forth life. There is power in us, and you have to know your value in order to move forward and to deal with all that life is going to bring you.
Yes.
You're stronger than what you think, and never let anybody undervalue you. Know your value. Know.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Tiff, you got some parting words?
No, I don't. Um, I think I'm good in this tranquility. No pun intended.
How about you, Edwina? Are you muted,
Yeah.
Edwina?
I don't know. I'm not mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Now we can.
So I just I think my general always message is make sure that you take care of you. Sketch out some time for you. You know, you matter. You matter, and you can only be your best you if you take the time for yourself. So you gotta put yourself first. You gotta fill your cup so that you can do all the things that you need to do to be who you are. So that's my parting words to everybody. Just stay true to yourself and do for yourself.
Okay. Sister Beverly, I know you got some parting words for us.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And just like that first poem said, we just have to take time out for ourselves, or we won't be any good for anybody else.
That's right.
We got to love ourselves.
Mhm.
Yep, we matter.
Yes,
Yes, we do.
yes.
All
But,
right, y'all.
my parting words
Yay.
is I love you like cooked food. We're gonna see you guys next week. Next week, we're gonna try to bring some of the guys back, and we're gonna bring some of the girls back, ladies back. Let's see if we can have a man woman discussion. How do we help heal?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
So until then,
All
Edwina,
right.
Oh,
take
you
us
want me?
home.
Okay.
You got the
So
best send off.
okay. So the send off is so in the meantime, as well as in between time, I pray that you take care of yourself so that we can take care of each other. Bye bye.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys for being
guys.
here.
See you guys next week. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.